Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Week 6 Gopherwatch League Week 6 of Season 5, I do believe. And tonight we've got a pretty good game of the South Korea Kittens, who are currently, unfortunately, a winless team versus the Athens Axolotls, who I believe are 5-0, or at least 4-1. Doing pretty good for themselves, and they're going up against the Kittens this week.
Yeah,
How
I.
Oh,
Oh,
hello,
sorry.
War.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah,
Hello.
mentioning hello, War. He's joining me as my color slash whatever else caster.
I am the whatever else caster in this case. Who knows what I'm gonna do? I guess we have to watch the stream to actually figure out exactly who's color, who's play by play, who brings the action, who brings the excitement. And thanks for casting with me here, Max Winswin, whatever name you go by in this
We hit me with
lobby
Max. Hit me
here.
with Max.
Well, I'll get you with Max. Captain Max also work? Maybe.
No. Just
Okay,
just
just
we
just
just do
Max, just
Max.
Max.
We just do
Okay.
Max here.
Yeah, either way, I think we got a really interesting matchup here. The Axolotls, who are, I believe, 3-1 against the Kittens. Now, the Axolotls are currently 5th overall, but the interesting thing is they are effectively kind of tied up with the Ringers and the Cantaloupes. So a win right here for them would be massive because if they win this and the Ringers and Cantaloupes don't end up winning, that's going to shoot them up into 3rd place, and they could maybe even get into 2nd place against the Quebec Quokkas there. So either way, it's a big match, and then South Korea Kittens competing for their hopefully first win. So big for them as well.
It will be. Oh, oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh
for
yeah.
so pretty true, but nonetheless. Oh yeah. So Fedora Master quickly unmuted to let us know that the Cantaloupes and the Ringers are playing each other. So that could change. That obviously changes the power rankings we were just talking about. But you know what? That's okay because there's actually a special thing coming out here tonight from the Athens Axolotls, and that's this Gunny character here on the tank line. Missing Frobel this week. He's nowhere to be found. I haven't heard from him in days. I think he's got lost in some alleyway deep inside the heart of Los Angeles, and Gunny has came in to replace him. As you can see, Centurion and Co are typing in chat about this Gunny guy.
Yeah, and to be honest, the interesting thing about this Gunny character is I think we don't know much about them. So the issue
A
for the South
newbie
Korea,
to the league.
yeah, it's a newbie to the league. It's a new element added in. So the South Korea Kittens are gonna have to kind of like figure out exactly what type of play style Gunny plays. Right now, I believe he's either off tank, main tank, could be either. We don't know.
I'm guessing Roadhog.
You guessing right? Okay,
I'm guessing Roadhog.
okay, kind of weird. Maybe just taking Frobel's characters, but
Yeah. Only for advantage or not
only
to
for
like yeah.
advantage. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
just to
And
like
it probably fits.
make it fair. Yeah, the ringer
Yeah.
and such.
It probably fits better into their team chemistry anyways. But the other thing is, Gunny could be good at different characters as well, so we could see some crazy switch ups out of nowhere. And I mean, whatever happens here happens. But South Korea Kittens do have a tall task ahead of them, defeating the Axolotls and also defeating Gunny.
Indeed. And we're going into Busan here for our first map, and it's going to be interesting to see the SA going in. They're actually taking their sweet time, but that's no worries. I don't know since when have the South Korea Kittens gotten Goku? When did they pick him up? I don't know if he was picked up. This will be his first week of play, or if he's been picked up in the previous week. So I think he is a newcomer to the league as well, or at least to the
I
league this season.
As another newcomer to the league this season, I guess I cannot comment on that.
Or
But
he's played
yeah,
past season. He's played past seasons, but he came in as a free agent in this season. That's what I mean.
yeah,
Recently.
recently. Okay, so that could be a pretty big switch up there as well. And I'm more interested to see like what compositions they are going to be running here, what setups they're going to be running. Obviously, it is Control Busan in the first match, so I guess we're gonna hop into the first match right here, see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we're going in, and as we move on in, we're gonna obviously be patiently awaiting our first map, which will be downtown. Obviously, downtown's pretty big on that high ground play with the two buildings coming out of the main chokes from each side, and then you got high ground all around the point. it'll be interesting to see, especially with what Yeetmeister plays, considering he's a Reinhardt enjoyer on such a vertical map.
Yeah, and it seems like we have some of the picks coming in. It seems like we have from
Reinhardt
the
mirror.
Kittens. Yeah, the Reinhardt mirror. I wonder if the Axolotls are also going to mirror the Lucio. No, it looks like they're going to go a Mercy instead. So I'm interested to see how the Mercy is actually going to play into this team composition with the Baptiste because. Actually, no, they're changing it up. Yeah, okay, there we go. Just like I said.
They don't want to play the rush. They want to play the more dive-esque comp.
Yeah, and now we have interesting situation here because we have a rush versus dive comp, so we really have to see which one is going to be more proficient on this map, but they are going to meet up in middle right here. Shield comes out from Ryan as the Kittens are moving to the point early.
Yeah, Kittens get some nice early point control here, but we've got the side of the Axolotls just kind of looking to make something happen. Yeetmeister drops down, the nade comes out from middle dog. It doesn't quite find anyone though. It gives a nice time for Yeetmeister to jump in, get some damage done, get some ult charge built up. Already at 60%. Gunny demeched though by Boom 1011 right there. And a huge purple comes out from middle dog. That is a 5-man anti-nade. Yeetmeister is able to pick up Boom off of it, but he falls down to fly not too shortly after. I mean, that was a huge anti though from middle dog. Mighty Dwarf picks up Paige from the side on this nice off angle here on the coast. Point control goes over to Kittens. Gunny gets the remech on EJ. A remech kill. I've never seen that before from anyone. Frutals picks up 2 as well. 3. Very, very good fight for the Axolotls there.
That was interesting because the Kittens kind of just got pinned within a corner there, and it really allowed the anti to come out massively from Riddle Dog. So now that the Axolotls have control of this point, they're just going to look to kind of push off the Kittens from even progressing forward.
Indeed, and the sights comes out from Frutals. We get to see the rotation from the Kittens. The Nano comes out, and Yeetmeister is off the map from a beautiful boot from Goku. Sleep comes out, hits Flambeau Jambo. We've got Visor going off from Mighty Dwarf as Frutals gets up a nice pick on EJ. Bomb is thrown out by Goku. It's not going to find anyone as Mighty Dwarf picks up Paige and Goku. It's going very, very good here for the Athens Axolotls.
Yeah, and they're just not really getting picked up here. Nobody on their team is really falling at all, which allows them to kind of set up this like dominant point control. They're using the Devo very, very well to just put down damage, and obviously that boot by Gunny there was insane. I think he's gotten a boot kill.
It was the boot from Goku. It was the boot from Goku onto Yeetmeister.
Oh,
it was actually a very early pick for the other team. Window invested. Bomb thrown out by Gunny. Doesn't find anyone but the Paige's immortality field. Boom 1011 invests the dragon, doesn't get anything off of it, picks up Frutals, but that's already 3 picks in favor. Flambeau Jambo drops the shatter. Lee invests the Death Blossom. That's like 3 ults invested, and it's not even going to be a team fight win, it looks like. It will be, maybe, but it's going to be very late as Gunny's just waiting here to stagger on point with help with Mighty Dwarf. Just getting every single bit of percent they can out.
The thing is, as long as Gunny's still in the area, and he does fall down there, but they got another about 10% just off Gunny staying in, so they only need 1 real contest that is good and 1 team wipe to actually get this point back, and it seems like they're kind of going right in here as it looks like Frutals. Amazing pick onto the Genji.
Amazing pick there from Frutals. And if you noticed last time, like I said, there were 4 ults invested on the side of what's this team called again? The Kittens.
Yes.
Yeah, and so Mighty Dwarf just gets to walk in. He gets to throw out the visor. We get the sights coming out from Frutals, which isn't even needed. There's a Nano invested from Riddle Dog. They only need to win 1 fight. I mean, Goku gets a bomb out, but it doesn't get anyone. Sorry, Gunny gets a bomb out, not Goku, rather. It's just a very easy win for the Kittens there.
Yep, and now that they have established point control, the Kittens are kind of in shambles. They need to kind of dive in, get a touch. You need to get the touch in about 3 to 4 seconds. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get this. You see a few players are going to rotate in. Lucio, I believe that's going to be EJ, goes in, actually gets the touch there. So now they have time to actually play for something. Bomb is going off. Does Bomb hit anybody? Yes, the Bomb gets 2. That gets Frutals and the Mercy there. So now they're going to be down 2 players. EJ gets a pick, Genji gets a pick, Goku D-Max, and Goku takes out Gunny there. So that's going to be a 1 recontest there.
That was Goku D-Max, the Gunny, and then I believe Flea picked him up. But yeah, it's going quite well here. On the side of the Kittens, they actually came back with a little bit of a rousing force. They've got both support ults. They're getting pretty close to the Primal Rage on Flambeau Jambo, who's getting a bit caught out here, though. He's able to get helped back up though. Meister walking on point. Mania Moon is the only person on the side of the Axolotls with an ult. She uses it, or they use it. Boom 1011 though gets a really nice pick onto Fruitles, and Flambeau Jambo is propped the Primal. It's a very, very slow fight, slow push. Blades invested from Boom. EJ drops the beat. Sights has been used by Mighty Dwarf, or Visor if you will. Still though, Meister gets a late nano, but I think it's too little too late. This is actually going to be a win for the South Korea Kittens.
Yeah, they don't really have anybody on point to contest. They have no more ults to actually get on. The ball goes in, going for the touch.
Nope.
No, it actually gets booped back by EJ there. So South Korea Kittens get the first map there.
Yeah, very nice, very well done. It felt unwinnable there, especially when they used all those ultimates. They used, I think, like I said, 3 or 4 in one fight. Didn't think it was going to be possible for them to come back, but you know, you get 1 or 2 econ fights, if you will. I'm allowed to use terms from other games, you know, econ rounds. And they get 1 or 2 econ fight wins, and suddenly they're back in on it.
And I mean, that's important to talk about, I guess, because the other thing I want to mention is the Kittens actually started out on more of a brawl comp, and they had to switch off, so they kind of had the disadvantage in that game. It looks like this time they're going to be running a Rhine and a Diva, so interesting to see how this comp goes into play. It's definitely going to be a little bit more brawl against the Gunny Roadhog, as we were talking about before.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, and we're on Control Center, so it's just going to be brawl on brawl the entire time. Yeetmeister gets flashed by Boom 1011 and just falls instantly with the help of VJ and co. I mean, it's already not looking good. A brawl comp without their Reinhardt is looking very sad. Gunny picks off Fly with a nice hook combo and such, but I don't think it's really going to mean much for right now. Yeemeister comes back, but the point should go in favor of the South Korea Kittens, as Goku just kind of sits in the corner of point.
Yeah, and South Korea Kittens doing a great job of getting these early picks here. Flambeau getting a little bit of action, but Yeetmeister is going to be in for those picks there, as he gets a pick, Mighty gets a pick, and also the D-Mech there. Fruitles gets 1, Gunny gets 1, and that's going to be an easy recontest and taking point there.
Yeah, beautifully played from Axolotls there. I mean, they take this, you know, they lost Yeemeister early, so they just did a quick rotation. They got the nice pick on Fly, and then boom. From there, they were able to make it happen, and we're going into this next fight now. The window has been invested early, looking for a little bit of a cheeky fire strike from Yeetmeister. Doesn't pick up anyone though. As he comes out, he overextends almost. A slam comes out from Flambeau Jambo. It's a huge slam. It gets down 3 or 4. Mighty Dwarf though picks up Flambeau. Fruitles picks up Boom, but it's 4 in favor on the side of the Axolotls, so they're going to be able to keep the point here. Though they certainly had to invest a couple ultimates to make it happen.
Yeah, they had to invest ultimates, but I mean, the Kittens also did invest a few ultimates there. They did use their window and their slam there. Luckily, they are going to have a few ults coming up here. They're going to have the bomb and the Cassidy ult very, very shortly. So even though it may look like the Axolotls have a little bit of advantage right now,
they're running in.
Yep.
Hammer comes down from Yeetmeister. It's only able to get Page. High Noon's invested by Boom. Picks up Fruitles. Bomb's thrown out. Doesn't quite find anyone as Gunny's able to kill the Goku before he's able to remech. Mighty Dwarf taking out Flambeau, who was pinning in. Yeetmeister gets Page. It's looking really good here again for the Axolotls. Though they're still a bit on the back foot. They're not fully won yet. The fight's still going. Though I think that Flea might decide to just goes on Gunny. Not able to make it happen though. Gunny has to get the lamp. The fight keeps on going. EJ drops the beat. Gunny is dropped down, but so is Flambeau Jambo. He picks him up. He's going towards point. I'm seeing some cheeky little bags coming out as he's crouch hopping back the point. FLI or Fly or Flea or whatever you want to call him drops a Death Blossom. Though the Blizzard is thrown out by Fruitles. Nobody on point yet. Flea's able just to pick it up though. It's 96%. They're going to try to get it out to 100 or 99.
They basically almost get it to 100 before the point control goes over to the Kittens, but 99 compared to 98 is pretty much the same at the end of the day. So all of the Axolotls need here is one really good recontest. But remember, the Kittens were able to hold down the other point on the first map very, very well. So let's see if they can do the same right here. Unfortunately, the Axolotls do have the ult advantage right here. They do pop the window, and they're going to look to engage in this fight.
Sides invested by Mighty Dwarf as well as the Riddle Dog window, but a huge slam comes out. It's able to pick up 2 there, I believe, from the side of Flambeau Jambo, but nothing's able to come off of it, unfortunately, as Gunny and Fruitles just drop on a point, cap it. trying their best. Pole Hog comes out though and is able to pick up everyone, and E-Meister slams down on Flambo Jambo. It's looking like we're going to be going to Shrine.
And there is one touch
Sanctuary.
that goes off there, but another touch by Tracer. Guku does get on point for a second, throwing in the missiles, but what can you do against the entire team just running over you? We got the EJ, Lucio on there. It's just they're running in one by one, and they get picked one by one. Eventually, it goes to the Axolotls. Game 2 right there.
Indeed, and certainly a much better match there for the side of the Axolotls. That's really what you're wanting to see from them, or if you are them rather. And we're moving into Sanctuary here. It's going to be interesting to see how the comps go. In the Rhine on Rhine duel, I say it's a little bit Yeetmeister favorite, as he is a noted Rhine enjoyer. I think that we saw, the monkey swap on the first map on downtown from Flambo Jambo was really able to help him work it out, especially in the tank line department. So it's going to be interesting to see if they keep their Rhine on Rhine going here.
Yeah,
It seems like they are, with a bit more pokey, something more pokey from both teams.
Yeah, and I think poke is going to be good for this map. There's a lot of angles you can really play around when you're looking in, and hopefully with the Axolotls apt to switch to the Mercy there, so not a mirrored support comp anymore. But Ryan is going in right here, looking for a little bit of damage off. Isn't really able to find that much as the fight is breaking down. Yeetmaster with a huge fire strike there onto Fleet. Yeah. They get one pick right there. He's going to look for more. He's not really able to find much. He actually gets another one onto Page right there. So that's going to be 2 down on the Kittens. Yeetmaster tries to charge in, not able to find anything.
Slam comes out from Flambo Jambo, gets 3 in the back line. He's able to just tear through them. I mean, Yeetmeister pinned out, and there was no Rhine shield there, so that just gives Flambo free reign.
And I thought the advantage was going to Yeetmeister there. He got 2 early picks, but then he's not covering the team, and they just fall just because you need that Rhine shield. It's such an integral part. And I mean, as much as Hog can protect, it's just one Hog. The shield gives so much more cover. And we do have Yeetmeister back on the point, but the Sig ult does come out right there. Does get a little bit of damage.
Anyone. Only gets out the lamp. Window is invested on the side of Riddle Dog, though. Flambo Jambo picks up Mania Moon. Yeetmeister gets Flambo. It's a very back and forth fight right now, as Mighty Dwarf and Riddle Dog are able to get some nice picks in the favor of the side of the Athens Axolotls. That being said, though, the Mercy has to invest ult here. It's a bit late in the fight. It's not really going to get much done, just securing things out. And man, what a first 2 fights.
These are both very interesting fights, because you think it goes one way and then it just goes the complete opposite way immediately after. So it's very close, it's very dynamic, and because this is for the win, it is 1-1 right now. It's going to be so interesting to see how this goes down. But now we do have Flambo looking in. We have the Sig and the Rhine starting to push forward, and Yeetmeister's trying to do the same thing. We have right there the Dragon comes out. Window also
from
comes
Gunny
out
on
as
an
well.
off angle, though, gets Flea in a beautiful way. Flambo Jambo does take down Yeetmeister, and Guku gets Mania Moon. It's not looking good on the sides of the Axolotls, but there's still, it's still happening. Mighty Dwarf, especially with the visor here and the Bob, is going to be able to secure a lot of kills, and they do bring it out. I thought they were in a bad position, but I think the ults there really show just how powerful that Q button can be in a time of need.
Yeah, I believe they had the visor, the bob, and the hammer right there, and using all three to secure that point is probably pretty good. But now Flambo on the other side of the Kittens does have his ultimate, so he can kind of use that to initiate, and there's nothing that the other team can really do to counter that right now. Actually, Flea with a huge pick onto Gunny right there to start it out.
Late. Flambo drops the shatter down, only gets Mania Moon and the stun though, and Yeetmeister's able to pick him up pretty easily. That being said, Flea goes in, gets Mania Moon. They're going to be able to probably cap point here on the side of the South Korean Kittens. They're definitely going to be able to cap point here, as that's just a quick fight line.
Yeah, and you kind of have to reset in that situation. If you 3 out of 4 or 3 out of 6 of your teammates get picked there, you kind of have to just go back. We have Gunny going for a very ambitious play onto the Sig right there, not really able to find much, and they have to reset there. And actually, because of that, Mighty Dwarf does get picked out by the Hanzo, so now the Athens Axolotls are down 1. Luckily, Mercy's able to find that res right there. We have the few ultimates coming out right here.
Gravitic Flux Dragon coming out here. Not able to find anyone though. The window has been invested from Riddle Dog as Flea dives in the background and gets some. That's 2 picks in favor of each team. We're looking pretty scrappy right now as Mania Moon's trying to pressure point and the Valking Mercy, trying to get some progress being made as Flambo Jambo comes up to step on point and contest. Hammer comes down though from Yeetmeister. Gets Paige on the ground, who has to invest the lamp before she falls. Bob thrown out once more though from Frugals, and we've seen just how powerful that plus the visor from Mighty Dwarf can be as he instantly gets 2 kills. Gunny comes down on the ball, slams out Fly. It's looking really good here as the cap does go in favor of the Athens Axolotls, and they're eating good tonight.
I'm taking care of
And the Kittens really have to make a really quick reset here because it's at 92, 93. They need to get in quick. They do have the ball if they want to do a quick touch, I believe. And it's kind of like a mirror comp right now, so we're going to see how this last fight breaks down. The ball, I believe somebody does get in to get that touch, and now the fight's going to start breaking down.
Indeed, the fight is breaking down. The slam comes out from Goku. He just pressuring people. Flea invests the blade, finds Mighty Dwarf in the backline. Very good from him. Flambo Jambo drops the shatter. It gets Gunny picked out. It's going to be a fight win, actually, for the side of the South Korea Kittens. They are trying their best to claw this victory out of the hands of the Athens Axolotls. They want this map.
And a claw they do right there. That's going to be a huge pick from them. And now it's going to come down to this last fight. This is basically all or nothing here.
I hear the alarm in the background, so I got you, War. I got you. We're moving into this next fight. Goku drops the slam. Paige is actually able to find Mighty Dwarf out late, and Booms gets a beautiful pick onto Yeetmeister. I don't want to say it, I don't want to call it already, but it's really looking like the South Korea Kittens are about to win this map. They were talking to me earlier. They have not won a map since the first week. This is going to be huge for them, a huge moral victory if they get this, especially on a team like the Axolotls. Goku, Mines, Flambo Jambo gets Riddle Dog. I mean, it's looking so good for them. There's just some burst of energy has came from them. And even though the shatter comes out from Yeetmeister, it doesn't matter.
Yes, and this is going to go in the favor of the South Korea Kittens, and that is huge right there. As you were saying right there, they want to claw their way to victory, they want to get it, and they finally get their map win, they finally get a game won, and maybe this is the time where we see the underdog kind of upset the, I guess, champions right now. I kind of talked about it with a few people in Gopherwatch before. There's a few teams that are on top, a few teams that are on bottom, and it's kind of been consistent, but lately I've been seeing a little bit of shifts, a little bit of these like switch ups. Some of the underdogs are able to like contest, and huge amount of eliminations there from Goku.
All good with the Goku mix up. And you know what? This is that was certainly an unexpected thing. I don't want to say I came in with a little bit of bias, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I came in with a little bit of bias, thinking that it might just be another 3-0 roll onto the South Korea Kittens, you know. But they're coming in swinging tonight. Flambo Jambo actually winning out some of those Rhine duels. You know, you might have heard me talking a little bit of smack. You know, we've been playing too much League together, and he's decided, you know, this Max guy. I know he's gonna be saying, you know, some things about me in this Yeetmeister duel, but he showed me up on that one. He showed me up.
Yeah, and I think it's somewhat coming from the fact that the Kittens are playing a very, very good team. Even when they go down as a team. I can see the Axolotls do get split up a little bit when they are actually going down, but the South Korea Kittens are playing behind their Rhine, and we saw Yeetmeister actually try to pin somebody, and it cost him 3 of the teammates, and actually probably might have debatably cost him that map on that map and this game here. So I mean, if the South Korea Kittens keep playing like this and they keep playing consistently, I can see a big swing from them here.
For sure, and I think I should mention, it should be said that Yeetmeister pin, I don't think it went exactly where he wanted it to, because I saw Boop come out from EJ and Boop him out onto point rather than into the room. I think he was trying to stay in the room, but EJ had a really nice Boop there, so shout out to the Lucio player on that one, as we're actually going to be going to Numbani for our hybrid pick. As Yeetmeister has been cut, as he has at 240 MS.
Yeah,
He's
maybe they heard what I
240
said
MS.
about Yeetmeister. Maybe it was the MS that's like setting him off to the side there as well. No, I'm just joking. Huge play by EJ there, actually setting them up. And Numbani, what do you expect here from Numbani, knowing these teams?
Well, so if it was Yeetmeister in, I would say it's the classic. You know, Yeetmeister wants to play Rhine, but I think on Numbani he has been swapping around. He's been playing the monkey. I mean, this again, Numbani is known for its dive comps. It's very hard to play Rhine on it because of how much high ground. You have to be super coordinated to do anything like really, really efficient with it. So I think we're just going to be seeing mirrored dive comps from both teams. That's Monkey Divas, Monkey Rhine probably coming out from the side of the Axolotls because they do have Gunny, who is a hog specialist. Some may say.
Hug specialist, and I mean, like I said, I don't know much about this Gunny character, but he was getting some pretty big plays there in the last map as Hog, and even though it didn't go in his favor, I'm thinking I could definitely see a Hog coming out here, kind of play around the cars, go for some big hooks, maybe get a few picks on their squishies. But either way, excited to see how this point. Nubani, the second game, the Kittens are up by 1 right now. They have the momentum. Let's see if they'll keep it.
And excuse me, actually, I forgot about this. Riddle Dog is a off tank player, not a main tank player. So we will be seeing the Gunny on the Winston with Riddle Dog on the Diva character as we're getting a pretty common, I feel like, lineup here from the Athens Axolotls, just minus the hog that we normally see on Numbani, and I think they've been to Numbani many times. Strudel on the Anna's not unexpected. Fruitals on the Ash. That's just the usual, and it's looking pretty similar here as well from the Kittens, just with Flea on the Genji and Boom 1011 on this Echo character.
This Echo character, indeed, and we'll see how this goes down. I think we're going to have 2 potential pockets, one on the Ash and one on the Echo here. I think that's what's going to be happening.
I believe that is what we're going to see, and
it's probably going to come down to like who is really able to get the early picks here, who's able to kind of poke that better, dive better together, and looks like they're going in, already initiating the fight. Paige with a quick kill on the turret right there. That's not going to be too massive, and it looks pretty even as of right now. Gunny doing a great job of playing behind this corner and looking for a little bit of damage as he's on the other side. Does he have Flambeau and the Genji looking for counter damage there?
Indeed, and Gunny jumps in looking for a support kill. He's looking for a quick pick. Flambeau Jambo counter dives, though he jumps back onto Gunny. Able to pick up Gunny, though Gunny gets EJ, and Mydorf's able to pick up Flambeau Jambo. It's a pretty big win there for the side of the Axolotls, especially with the Mania Moon res coming out here. So that 2-1 trade actually just ends up being a 2-0, and you're gonna have to see the South Korea Kittens run back. That's already a minute off the clock there.
And that's the advantage of having a Mercy, and I guess both teams have it, but the Mercy, if you win a fight, you can just use the Mercy, and the other team can't just instantly dive back in, because you have all your teammates up, so it's great for these kind of like quick trade defenses. But we're going to see the Kittens hop back in, give it their second shot at this contest. It's going to be Flambeau versus Gunny this time on top. And we have the Diva on low ground in Goku. See if they're going to jump in at any time. There goes the monkey right there.
Invested. Flambeau's in the back line. He's looking for someone. The counter nano comes out, though, onto Gunny. Gunny's in the back line as well. Boom picks up Strudel, though. Gunny's on Page. It's been a trade of supports here as the Bob is thrown out by Frutal. As Flea picks up 2, though. It's absolutely insane as Flambeau Jambo is going crazy here. He's got the Primal Rage. He's trying to get the Bob off the map. He does. The Bob comes out from the Echo Boom. Flambeau Jambo, like I said, killed that. Gunny picks up Fly, though, but it's instantly rezzed by EJ. It doesn't even matter, as it's looking really, really good here on the side of the Axolot, or on the side of the Kittens. But then my slip-up was true. It is actually suddenly looking very good on the side of the Axolotls, as they get Flambeau Jambo and EJ.
Yeah, and now the Kittens only have 2 minutes on the clock. They do have their Winston and their, I believe it's their, Torbjorn in the back. No, they switched off Torbjorn. They're one of their other supports in the back line here, so they're gonna have to take a little bit of time to reset. Now they have a minute and a half to actually bring out this contestant. It's gonna be a very good hold out here by the Axolotls. So you're gonna see the same thing. We have Gunny jumping in, we have Riddle jumping in, initiating the fight right here.
Gunny and Riddle here just trying to get a little bit of poke done, get a little bit of ult charge built up. Mania Moon flies up, just tries to keep them healed up as the Yana's pumping in, trying to build that nano. Bomb has to be invested though by Riddle Dog, as I think he was about to get demeched. EJ gets up Page, who would just fall into a nice shot from Mighty Dwarf there, as Gunny actually invests the Primal Rage. He's just going in, he's going crazy. He gets antied, so he's gonna have to leave. You can't really keep investing on that or you're gonna die. But it doesn't really even matter, because we've got a minute left. We've got Nano on the side of the Axolotls. I mean, a lot of volts, though. A lot of volts on the side of the Kittens. I think they have a chance here.
Yeah, and Flea is such a dangerous Genji. We could see the nanoed Dragon Blade come out right here, and if he gets a few picks onto the supports there while they dive in, that's going to be huge. I believe
Nano
that's
Blade invested
right there.
He goes in right on the Fruitals. He gets it. He gets Fruitals and the turret. He doesn't quite get the dash reset there, though, but then he's able to pick up Mighty Dwarf at the last second. That's a 3-piece if you're looking at Flea. That's a 4-piece because he gets Gunny. 5-piece because he gets Mania Moon. That is 5 kills on the side of Flea. And you know what? Might as well just give him the D-Mech as well. I'll call it out there. I'll say he got 6. I'll say he got 6. That is a huge win from a Nano Blade. That's what you always want to see as a Nana and as a Genji.
And like, to be honest, I'm playing against Flea as a support player. He's just so good. He's so good at getting in there, especially with the Nano. And we're gonna see another fight actually breaking down here. I believe that's gonna be 2 picks on the Axolotls. The Axolotls now to back up, and that gives a lot of time for the Kittens to actually push the payload up here. It seems like they got their resets off. They do have their Echo back with their Mercy, and they're able to go up here and maybe get a little bit of poke onto the Axolotls.
For sure, and Flambeau Jambo tries to jump in though, but a really nice sleep comes out from Strudel, who's able to push him off. And now, you know, Flambeau Jambo's going in. He's in the Primal Rage. He's just trying to make some space here. He's just trying to find maybe a pick or two. He was going for Mighty Dwarf, but he has to back off as he falls a little low. As now Gunny's going to be able to walk forward off of that. You know, without the tank ult there, we're going to move in. And the Frutos gets a nice pick on the Flea, throws out the Bob. It's going to contest Cart no matter what. EJ invests the Valkyrie to try to fly around hide. He flies in for a little bit of a dangerous res and he gets punished for it. Unfortunately, the Mania Moon gets a much safer one on Gunny. And finally, the momentum is being stopped. The side of the Axolotls said, no more. Your playtime is over. We're gonna keep this up now. We're gonna stop your push, and hopefully, if you're an Axolotls fan, we're gonna see how they go from here.
And
as Goku has to fall off the map.
Even though, rest in peace, Goku. It happens to the best of us.
No, it was a reset.
Oh, fair. But for real, even though they did invest the Bob in that situation, they have 5 ults right now. The Primal is popped by the Winston there. He's gonna go in, see if he can get any big damage, and they have basically all their ults right here. But the other team also has a bunch of ults. The Kittens kind of are forced to reset here, but no, the Diva's gonna go in, see if he can get the bomb, but he doesn't get anything there, no.
I don't know how I felt about that. That just really felt like Gunny going in there, trying to get some staggers out, trying to just make it last longer. He did die at the end of it, so I would say it's probably not worth it considering how close the spawn was. But Goku throwing out the bomb there, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good on the side of the South Korea Kittens there to use that big ultimate. I mean, getting an extra 600 health reset. And the Nano Blade comes out. Flea gets a kick on the Fruitals. The bomb comes out, though, and picks up Flea. Absolutely massive bomb from Riddle Dog. The sides have been invested by Boom 1011, or sorry, by Mighty Dwarf. The copy comes up from Boom, but dies. That's just that. I just see blue in the kill feed, and that's all I need to tell you about that fight, is there's a lot of blue in the kill feed.
That is a lot of ultimates invested. I think everybody in that fight, I think both teams had like 3 or 4 ultimates invested. I don't know if they're going to be able to get in contest. Flea does get stunned there, I believe. He gets pushed back, and no, there's no way that they actually get the contest. And it's going to go to the Axolotls. They're going to get a stop, at least here.
Indeed, and you know, that is... Oh, sorry. That is not what I expected, if I'm being honest with you. I thought that was going to be a pretty big fight win there from the Kittens. I saw Flea get the Nano Blade. I was like, this is it. They're going back for round 2, you know. He built up the blade a bit slowly, but he got there, and I thought, oh, that's it. But then just that beautiful bomb comes out from Riddle Dog and completely halts all momentum that they were going to have on that fight.
Yeah, that bomb was good. One thing about the Axolotls, every ultimate they used, it felt like it had a purpose. There wasn't any like wasted ultimates by them, and that's huge because they were able to actually just time their ultimates right, use one in a fight. And you look at the last fight, they had 5 ultimates there. There was no way they were losing that last fight, even if the other team had ultimates. And we're gonna look at the comp that the Kittens are running here. They have a Bastion and a Torbjorn. That's interesting in my opinion.
They are running a very, very hard bunkered up comp. They are running double shield with the Bastion, the Torb. They've got out the Brig, they've got out the Bap. They are putting all of their eggs in this basket. I don't know if I fully agree with it, but I don't know, you know, how comfortable Boom is on Bastion. I don't know if somebody of his talent should be put on Bastion, but you know what? We're just gonna see how it goes, I guess. I mean, they're invested. They're on the high ground. We'll see.
Yeah, and one of the things I like about this is the Kittens have been playing close to each other, so kind of stacking up next to each other might be a good call, because whenever they're playing together, it seems like they're always cohesive. But we do have the Echo looking to flank in, kind of pocketed by the Mercy, just going for a little bit of poke damage. Torbjorn doing a great job of setting that up, but actually
Mighty Dwarf in the backline on fly,
the backline,
and Fruitals and Mighty Dwarf are able to just take him out there. Yeah, I'm sorry to.
No, you're good. You're good.
Over. And Riddle Dog flies up though and gets demeched there by the side of the Bastion bunker comp here. And actually Boom picks up Mighty Dwarf. It's going in favor of the South Korea Kittens suddenly. They get that huge opening pick, but I think they're gonna have to back off here, even with Strudel's pick on the Cuckoo.
Yeah, and it looks like Mighty Dwarf, after that Reaper situation, he's going to switch up to Junkrat. So we're going to see a little bit of comp switch, maybe a little bit of reset here. Actually, no, it's going to be Gunny jumping right in there. Forget exactly what I said. They're going to get in. Flea gets slept. They have the 4 on high ground right here. The Bastion setting up right here to get a little bit of damage.
Ooh.
Gets 1 onto Mighty Dwarf right there. That's going to be huge. And now the Axolotls are forced back. They had to wait on their Junkrat a little bit.
Indeed, and Boom 1011. I said I didn't think you would be the best on Bastion. I felt like you're wasting a little bit of talent there. But apparently he's got the Bastion pocket pick on lock because he's absolutely doing insane with the point-and-click adventure game.
Yeah, he's making you eat your words there, and Bastion, I like Bastion. He may be known as kind of a toxic character, but he's definitely a fun character to kind of play with. We do see the dive coming in here. We have Fruitals, Mighty Dwarf getting multiple picks of their Fruitals, gets 1 onto Page, 1 onto Boom also. That's going to be 4 down, 5 down. It's just going to be
I disagree with
left.
the primal here from Gunny. But...
And I don't think I can do anything here.
Yeah, no, definitely South Korea Kittens cannot do anything there. I disagree with the primal being used from Gunny. I think that entire fight can all be given to the Nano coming up from Strudel onto the Monkey. He absolutely just could not die. It did not matter that he jumped straight into a Bastion. The health is just too large. With the Nano, the resistances are just too large. It doesn't matter. He dives up now, looking for somebody in the back line. He's getting kind of booped around a little bit as I can't get the camera out of a room that I'm stuck in. There we go. The camera's out. I can see the game now.
I hate it when that happens. It happens to the best of us, honestly. We got all this action happening, and then you get stuck in a room. Yeah. But action is just starting to break down right now as we see the Axolotls just pushing up the cart, getting a little bit closer. They did get a huge ante right there onto 3 of them, but they're not going to get much value out of that. Hopefully they're going to be able to reset the ante for the next fight as they're just kind of going for a poke. We have the window invested right there.
And a huge, another huge ante. 4 huge antes though. EJ with the rally. I mean, rally is a very strong ultimate ability. Bombs going out everywhere. Every single Q button has been pressed. I cannot commentate this though. Mighty Dwarf is able to find 2, and they cap, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they were just able to push it so strong there. I forgot that the payload only needed to be pushed a little bit there, and that's a kind of an easy win there for the Axolotls.
Play of the game.
We gotta look at this play though. This play is, you know what play this is. This is amazing right here.
We are about this. This was absolutely, if South Korea Kittens could have won the game, it would have been off this play. And unfortunately, they weren't able to bring it out. We weren't able to see them go up 2-0 against the Athens Axolotls just quite yet. But they are 1-1 still, and it'll be interesting to see how it goes from here.
Hey, points for flashiness from Flea there. That was awesome. Somebody in the chat clipped that because that was probably the coolest Genji play I've ever seen.
Indeed, and you know what? We have our escort map coming up, and I say indeed a lot. You're gonna notice that I have little things that I do. I say indeed a lot. I will say the South Korea Kittens have the team diff in the icon department beat. They are all on the Brigida Cat icon as Route 66 is picked for our escort map.
And I think that was it, because if I remember correctly from the last game, right? I believe, I don't know who it was, but one of them wasn't on the kitten icon, and now they're all on the kitten icon, right? So it's only going up from here. That's just what I'm thinking.
I think that's a pretty good call. You know what? I think they kind of unlocked some secret team power hidden away, and that map definitely could have gone differently for them. I don't think this is like a lost game by any means. I think this is easily still winnable for either teams here. I don't think we're gonna just see an axolotl steamroll or a South Korea Kittens getting steamrolled or steamrolling. I think it's gonna be a very tight series. Just looking from both those games, they were both playing very well, and it could have went either way.
Yeah, and I think it's just really going to come down to, I guess, who is, like, making the calls for your team, who is actually leading the force, and, like, when you're going in. Because, especially when you're playing in the previous map, when you're playing dive, like, timing that stuff is so important, is it not?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, the timings of, like, dives and stuff. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, very important, very important. And Riddle Dog, he wasn't playing. Never mind, he wasn't playing. But Strudel with the nades there. They especially in that last fight, they worked so well with that nade on the timing.
Yeah, and then I've been very impressed by Strudel with the antis coming out. I mean, every single one I've seen from him always hits like 3 or 4 people. It never like misses hitting 3 or 4 people. It's always like getting the maximum amount of value out from using it, which is really really good in my opinion. But just as I say that, they're gonna put Strudel on DPS instead here.
And if they're going Strudel and DPS, I think we're probably going to see a very pokey comp. I know he enjoys his Hanzo character. So something tells me we're going to be seeing some Sigma Hog, Orisa Hog with some, some pokey characters like in Hanzo and an Echo from Fruitals. I may be marking you. I might be having to like bite my words later, like eat my words. But I think that's probably what we're going to be seeing here coming up from the sides of the Axolotls.
Yeah, and I don't know, I'm just excited to see what these teams comps are. We got 5 seconds before they pop up. It looks like, as of right now, here they go. We have the Kittens on attack first, and then we have the Axolotls on defense here. But it looks like we're gonna have a Zarya and a Winston coming out for the Kittens, and then Gunny on Roadhog, just like we were talking about, as well as Yeetmeister on Orisa.
Indeed, and we got the double bubble coming out here from the side of the South Korea Kittens. Hi chat from Yeetmeister, and Flea asking Gunny if he wants to play League after this match. So true. Double bubble here. Double bubble is. Paige is saying hi chat. Paige says hi War. Hello War.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you, Paige. If you watch this back, thank you for the hi. It means the world to me. But what also means the world to me is going to be the victor of this map right here. It looks like we're going to have Goku looking for a little bit of early damage here, but not really able to find that much. He's probably just waiting for the right time to dive in.
He's going to be helping build up some Zarya charge. He's going to be looking for a bubble into a dive here. As he jumps in, the bubble comes out. He bubbles a bit too early, though, in my opinion, as he kind of gets punished there. Instantly, everything breaks. Not too much charge in the hand of Boom 1011. But I don't think it really matters, as they're still just getting pretty consistent cart push, and Riddle Dog gets a pick on the Goku.
Yeah, and Goku does go down here. Yeetmeister got dangerously low there, but he is able to stay up, and that's going to be 2 more picks. I believe Naga and Boom both get a respective pick onto the Ash and Mercy combo right there. Flea tries to go in to get something going. They are pushing the cart a little bit, but Strudel with another pick. This isn't really going that well, but the Kittens are managing to push it somehow.
I think, honestly, it's a bit more kitten-sided than it may seem. They've got a really good positional advantage. They're keeping the cart going forward. Nagina is getting really nice picks. Those Strudel's getting kills on the people like Goku, though. So, I mean, Goku's been caught out twice the last 2 times. And now Gunny's taking a little bit of off angle. He gets up, he's able to get paid with a hook, and it's going to allow the side of the Axolotls to get back into the fight. As Strudel throws out the dragon, it cuts off Nagina from the rest of the team, but I don't think it's really going to matter. It's probably a dragon just a bit too early or a bit too at a wrong angle. As Boom 1011 already has a Graviton Surge.
Grab Dragon.
Nagina gets 3 with the Grav Dragon combo. Frutal's Bob, I mean, it picks up Goku, that's nice, but you're not winning that fight off the 3-killed Grav Dragon.
It looks like it's all going to be up to just the Ash now. The Bob unfortunately leaves, and what can you do if you're a solo Ash? Frutals does go down, and the Kittens get through the first checkpoint. Looks like we're going to have the Hanzo kind of flanking up around here. I think they've reset. No necessarily team comm switches, and the other thing we got to talk about is the ult charge does really go in the Kittens' favors here. They have 3 of their ults charged up, and one of those is, or 2 of those actually are going to be the
Mana Blade.
Yeah, Mana Blade. Yep.
Just like we were talking about, and he goes on to Riddle Dog, and Strudel kills him. That being said, it's still 3 kills in favor, 3 kills to 1 in favor on the side of the South Korea Kittens here, as Goku just gets pulled in by Gunny, and he goes, "Okay, I'm gonna Primal Rage then and kill your Ash."
And in my opinion, if I'm the Axolotls, I hear the blade, I hear the Nano come out, and I'm like, oh, I gotta worry about that. They focused on that, and their entire team got picked up there. But Boom almost getting picked up right here. He is able to bubble just real quick. Gunny has to reset. They do get the res onto Yeetmeister there. That's gonna be big, and I believe that Goku was picked from the other team, so the Kittens might have to take a little bit of time here and reset as the Orisa is going in.
Gunny slipped on point. They get the recontest here, but it's not a good recontest. I mean, it's a whiff of a grab from Boom 1011. Just not a good grab coming out there. But it doesn't matter. You can just throw out ults like this because they're like actually steamrolling. I was talking like the team, there wasn't going to be steamroll, but but this is so heavily in favor of the South Korea Kittens. This is insane.
Yeah, and I wasn't expecting this. They're getting to this point, and they got to the point in 3 minutes. Now they have 4.5 minutes, over 4.5 minutes on the clock here. Looks like Goku's actually going to switch out to Ryan for this last point. I like this call. It's a little bit more close range on this point, so you can get a little bit more value out of the Ryan.
Indeed, yeah. This point in particular is not bad at all for the Ryan here, and we're seeing Goku swap to it. He's getting ready. Boom 10-11 sitting up here in the corner. He's already 50% back to grab. Dragon is thrown out by Strudel, just trying to get him off of high ground, and it works, but I don't think it's really going to do much for him. I mean, it gets him on cart, but the Dragon of their own comes out from Nagaina. Doesn't pick up anyone, though, as Strudel actually gets his own pick. It's probably going to be a fight that goes into the favor of the Axolotls, especially with the fly kill there, but that's not going to stop the South Korea Kittens from trying, it seems, as Goku is getting a main tank experience, it looks like, but he's just going to be able to walk out backwards because he has EJ on the Lucio.
Yeah, luckily they were able to keep their tanks and their supports, so you're really able to keep each other up with the tanks and supports and kind of drop out. Both the DPSs here are able to reset. Now the Kittens are kind of able to go in.
Huge G
Trav
from
is
Yeetmeister.
invested, and
It's 8 by Yeetmeister. Blade is invested by Flea. He actually gets stunned, but I believe he's saved just barely by Page's field or whatever. And I'm like talking about things that have already happened, and I know there's another fight going on, but it's just a roll. It's just a roll.
Just a roll. Ryan there picks up 3. It's just gonna be Fruito's left. Ryan with the fire strike onto another one. He goes for the hammer. He tries to
doesn't
make
get anything,
but
but
they
that's
actually
okay.
get in there for a little bit of damage. Boom picks up one on Strudel right there. Boom gets another one on Lucio. Naga gets one. EJ manages to boop out Gunny right there. The brig goes down. High Noon is invested, but is it going to be able to get anything from Frutal? Frutal not able to get a thing. Yeah, he gets a shield.
He gets Goku's shield for that, but he also has to trade his life. Something tells me that's not worth it, as Muffin Lumps throws up the rally, and they're gonna get the point, maybe, but then Boom's already built up another grab. I mean, it was 8 at the start of this fight, and he's got another one at the end of this fight, and kills are still just going in the favor of the South Korea Kittens, and they cap with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining on Route 66, which isn't an easy map to cap, because the spawn is basically 2 CP at the end there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like King's Row. You can kind of just like roll through like the entire time. You don't typically see that, so I'm wondering, like, Route 66, you could easily see somebody like not even make it all the way, so I'm wondering to see, maybe are the Kittens going to switch up their comp to try and stop the Axolotls early here?
And it'll be interesting to see what the Axolotls try to do, what the Kittens, how they reply. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. What we just saw was incredibly dominant. That being said, though, the monkey, the Zarya kind of stuff that they did on the first 2 points doesn't really work as well on the side of defense. You can't really dive as well on this map. So we're getting some really weird Zarya Hog comp. I don't fully like it compositionally, but if they're playing well, as Yeetmeister and Gunny are on the old Hog and Ball, and we've got Strudel playing with the pharmacy here. We got Riddle Dog on the Ana, especially. It's gonna be really good with the Fruitals on Genji, and also with Yeetmeister, just being able to heal him up in the long range fights. It's 2 really interesting comps, 2 really different comps. You know, we've got the mirrored support line and the mirrored Hog, but that's really it. They have 2 such different objectives here.
It's like they're mirrored for kind of different reasons. Axolotls are mirrored to like support the DPSs, and the other ones are mirrored just to support everybody in a whole. So we gotta see what is more favorable here, as looks like we're just gonna start walking their payload in. It's a little bit slow at the start here, maybe just going for a little bit of art charge as the Pharah does hop up, goes for a little bit of damage, and because there's no real shield, there's only bubbles on the side of the Kittens. They're not really able to get much. Flam comes in, but
huge anti. 4 or 5 people there. I think that was 5 as Page falls to it. I think that's a classic Riddle Dog set nade on this map. He has one, I know, with his sleeve. Lee's able to pick up Frutals though, but it's looking really good here for the Axolotls. They're just keeping this slow push. They've got the South Korea Kittens on the back foot. Strudel picking up Nagaina there very late in the fight. Yeetmeister gets Flea. It's looking really not good for the South Korea Kittens.
And there, Gunny takes down Goku right there. Strudel is able to pick up a elimination on Boom just before Boom takes out the Mercy. Unfortunately, Mercy not able to res herself, so not really able to get back in, but it shouldn't be a problem. The Axolotls get I think this first point faster than the Kittens actually did.
Yeah, and you know, this is what I was talking about just a bit before. The attack on this side is a lot different than the defense. If your attack works, that doesn't mean that your defense is going to work. This is not the same as King's Row, where you can just play the same comp. And now Strudel's trying to cause some havoc here on the far. He's getting some nice shots in on this nice off angle from high ground, and you got a fight brewing.
Gunny's just been vibing. He's been on the back here. He's trying to like 3v1. He gets slept. He gets anti. He might be picked here. He's able to reset. Yes, he's able to get behind there. But he did cause a little bit of chaos, and that allows the Axolotls to kind of get in. A few picks go both ways. Kittens leave 3. The Axolotls are able to get the res on Strudel. Yeetmeister's able to get back in. I believe they're going to be able to get the advantage in this fight.
Yeah, that was a very strange fight. I wasn't really expecting a fight to break out there, but it did, and Yeetmeister invested bombs. He gets hooked out of it, but it still picks up Flea. Suddenly there is a Graviton Surge invested, and Strudel throws out the barrage. He's able to pick up Boom, who gets instantly rezzed by EJ, and then EJ just punches Muffin Lumps in the face. Gunny gets a pick on the Nagaina though, but I think the Axolotls are gonna have to back out now.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Gunny
hard
hooked
to
in.
see.
He's dead.
Yeah, both teams are building up art charges here. The Genji, the Ana, and the Mercy have ult on one side versus on the other side. You got the actually ult being used by Paige and Flea right there. The Visor gets 2. It takes out Yeetmeister and Muffin right there. They're gonna look for anything else. Are they able to find it? And no, they aren't. But they did push the Axolotls off. It's actually gonna be Goku maybe going in for a little bit of damage on Gunny. He does get the hook, but he misses overall.
Yeah, and I don't really like Paige and Flea investing both the ults there, but it's still, you know, it's still...
Strudel's just chilling, also.
Guarantees. Strudel is just chilling on fire. He's just flying around causing a little bit of havoc. He's sitting in the back right now. He doesn't have barrage, though, so he's just kind of just shooting at Paige, trying to cause a little bit of havoc, as Gunny's also just sitting in the back.
Strudel's like, how would they know?
Brutal's with the Nano Blade. He picks up Paige. Gunny picks up Naga. Brutal's picks up EJ. Brutal's picks up Flea. I mean... Yeah, there you go. That's Genji Nano Blade moments. That's just going to be a fight win on the side of the Axolotls. It's just Boom left. The cart's being slowly pushed by Gunny, who's just standing there, comma space, menacingly.
Very menacingly, and some fun plays there by the Axolotls DPSs. They got the Strudel camping on the rooftop, and then you got Brutal is showing that he can be just as dominant as the Genji as Flea. But Flea going for the touch here is very, very ambitious. I mean, he gets the touch, but I mean, it costs his life as well as Nagaina's and Paige's.
I don't know how I feel about the touch there. You know, maybe he just said, let's go for it, let's just try it. If he was able to get something there. I mean, he lived far longer than he had any right to. But it's going to put the Kittens here on the back foot, and with the high ground that they were on, they were able to just walk in here, talking about the Axolotls. They were just walk in and get into the back line as Strudel was able to pick up EJ, and I believe there was a pick earlier there from Gunny.
Yeah, and Gunny is doing the Gunny strat apparently. What have you seen him do so far is just like get in, play some weird angles, see if he can cause some chaos. He actually kind of baits out Goku. They get the sleep, they get the pull, and
both full hogs used. Goku comes out on top though. Yeetmeister throws out the mines. Paige's immortality field is all that falls from it thus far though, as Goku's just kind of caught out in the back, but I don't think it's really going to cause a problem. The barrage comes out though. Doesn't pick up anyone. It's just I guess pushing them away. Graviton Surge comes out, both supports in it. They're gonna fall. It's gonna be 3 kills in favor of the South Korea Kittens as Gunny's able to pick up EJ and Frutal's Boom, but it doesn't really matter. Frutal's though, Frutal's picks up the blade, but he doesn't have Nano. Nano's out there, but it doesn't matter because he kills Flea. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. As Strudel gets to eat the Nano now if it comes into that point of the fight. Yeetmeister and company on the point, just trying to fight out. There is all this. There is a ball and a Lucio. The Boom's running back. The Muffin Lumps. We have a Nano Mercy, Nano Valk. Flea gets Strudel. This fight is very chaotic. Flea gets Muffin Lumps. Yeah, I don't think Riddle Dog hit the correct target there with the Nano.
yeah, I don't think so either, but somebody who did hit the correct target, there was Flea to getting out the ulting Mercy right there. That's going to be huge for the Kittens. They actually get a lot of control here, and I think they get all the control, and that's going to mean they're going to have the advantage if this does go to overtime overall. So, I mean, This is going to be big. Axolotls have to reset. It looks like Muffin Labs is actually going to switch to Brig, and Axolotls is only going to have one ult when they push in next. It's probably going to be the ball ult if they're able to develop it soon enough. And the other team doesn't have any ults either, so we're going to have a really clean fight. See who plays for the ult first. As Nagaina just gets hit, he's probably just going to use it to control some space if it does come out here.
Goku falls. Boom's building up the grab not too slowly. I was about to say very slowly. He's pretty quick with those. As the Athens, or the Kittens are just, the Axolotls are just taking space though. Nagaina picks up Yeetmeister. EJ is purpled in the back, super low HP. Gunny gets a nice hook, but it's not able to get a pick off until a little bit late. And Nagaina picks up Strudels. There's some really nice Hanzo play coming out from him tonight. As Boom picks up Strudels, it's looking.
Gunny all right there to push him off.
Gunny ult with the nano.
But the beat comes out in return from EJ right there. That's gonna be a good counter there. And now Nagaina is still holding on. The balls come out from the Yeetmeister there. He's gonna try to get a pick, not able to find anything, but Gunny finds one on the opposing ball. Gonna be kind of a hold here. They're gonna need to get a touch. Can they get in to actually get the touch? They go for the dragon.
Good dragons,
they
actually.
need to touch.
Really good dragons here. Picks up Muffin Lumps. Strudels, though, throws out the blade, gets Boom. He's still got the blade going as he picks up Paige. All that's left is Goku just rolling around on point. He gets hooked. He dies. He gets the mines out, but it's not really going to matter as we are going into overtime on Route 66.
Yeah, and I'm excited. I've actually never seen an overtime, or I guess a third round on Route 66, and there is a pretty substantial difference in time here. The Axolotls have a third of the time. Do you think they're gonna do you think they'll be able to do anything with a third of the time? Like that's so much time difference in the advantage of the Kittens.
And now there's one thing that you should know that when it comes to Overwatch overtime and any map. It just seems like every time it happens, everyone loses their brain cells. Nobody knows how to play cohesively. When you're playing in overtime, it just gets so much more greedy. I see games that you have super low times on one side, super high times on the other. The people who have the 1 minute on the clock come back and cap all 3 points, and the people who have the 3 minutes, whatever, they don't even get a full point. It's always crazy. It's always crazy when you get to overtime. So I'm not going to count anybody out here. But obviously, we are crazy to say that the South Korea Kittens aren't, or we would be crazy if we didn't say South Korea Kittens are heavily in favored here. They have like you said, 3 times the time.
Yeah, and that's gonna be huge. We get the heart wars and the heart maxes in the chat right there. Love to see it, and we're gonna love to see this fight right here. I believe that the Axolotls are gonna do the exact same thing they did last time. They feel confident in the strategy that they had last time. Hopefully, they're gonna be able to get some early push on this payload and bring it up to the first point because they really need to get it all the way up there. We're gonna see the Pharah looking for
Brittle Dog setting up the nade. Brittle Dog throws up the
much.
nade. We're about to see a huge anti come out. Watch.
Anti on the Yeetmeister there.
It misses everybody.
What? I mean, there was an anti on the Yeetmeister there, and Boom
from
did get a pick right there from Paige. Yeah, so that is huge in its own regard. It may have been the wrong team, but it's still huge. So now they're down 1. Frutals gets dropped very, very low, and the pick actually comes out from Boom onto Frutals too. So Boom, with 2 eliminations this game already, he's off to a great start.
Indeed, and Gunny gets a hook there. Not Froble. Froble's not in tonight. I forget.
Yeah, Froble's not in.
Froble's not in tonight. But yeah, the hook comes out, able to pick up Boom. That's really good on the side of the Axolotls. Gunny is just sitting on point with his Riddle Dog. They're trying to protect each other. They're gonna have to play close to the payload now. As Flea's able to pick up Yeetmeister, who's probably going a bit too deep in the backline. His team's not able to follow up with him, unfortunately, because you have to stick on cart so hard.
Now our ult is ready. Here comes.
Barrage, huge barrage, picks up 2. Nagaina's able to pick it up, but it's a bit too late there. The damage is already done. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Gunny gets Boom. All you got left is a Cassidy and a Sigma, but it doesn't really matter because it's looking really quite good.
Yeah, and unless the Cassidy and the Sigma can do something huge, Gunny says no to that. Gunny gets 1. Yeetmeister's able to find the second, and they are able to push it, but now it's going to be overtime. So now all the Kittens need to do is all they need to do is get a team wipe. If they get a team wipe, they automatically win. But of course, the Axolotls know that, and they're gonna play to kind of counter it. As we start to see Gunny starting to flank in, doing his typical Gunny moves, and just playing solo, playing to cause some chaos. Maybe gonna be able to get a hook here. Not able to find anything as the fight goes down.
Misses the hook, unfortunately, but the way that the South Korea Kittens are playing, they're playing in such a way that they're getting a lot of push here for the Axolotls. They're just getting to push the cart for free. They're finally moving up. They're realizing, hey, we don't want to let this happen as Gugu gets the kill on the Gunny. EJ invests the rally. All sorts of ults are being used. The Gravitic Flux comes out, and actually it's a Sig 9. A Sig 9 ends the fight, or ends the round here. It's been a while since I've seen one of those.
No way. And you talked about overtime being absolute chaos. That was absolute chaos, and the team comms obviously got messed up because if you see 9 and your team, the opposite team has 3 minutes on the clock, that's got to be so detrimental. And now the Axolotls have to put up a huge stop if they want to take this map.
Now, notably, normally whenever you're playing, right, you have 4 minutes for attack on your first point, right? You get 4 minutes. So it's still less than what you would normally be allotted, so a full hold is not unreasonable. But it's gonna be interesting to see. Because not Axolotls. The Kittens here are playing a comp a little bit different than last time. They're opting for the ball instead of the monkey. And noticeably, there's a Reinhardt. There's a Reinhardt on the side of the Axolotls.
And also a Bastion. They got the double shield set up. They got potentially the Mercy pocketing the Cassidy or the Bastion. Either way, I think it's pretty funny. There's a question in chat though. Casters, what is the best diner food on the menu?
Oh, if you go into the diner, there's a menu somewhere. Hold on, let me check real fast. I don't know where the menu is. Oh, it looks. I hope they have waffles because I really like waffles. Anyway,
Yeah. I mean, what's on the menu right now is going to be exciting. What's on the menu right now is going to be the fight that's breaking down here. It's going to be the Kittens pushing the payload upwards. The Goku going in with the ball flank, see if he can get anything. I don't know if anybody notices. He's just going to be chilling down here, going for a little bit of flank. He does come up, does the smash, actually gets stopped right there, and now he's going to have to kind of just sit in the back line of the Axolotls.
Yeah, Fruito's with a really nice Cassidy flashbang there. Strudel is just getting pumped full of healings by Muffin Lumps as he's sitting here on the Bastion, playing the little cheeky strats, though, as we saw last time, when you have to resort to the Bastion strats, sometimes it doesn't always work out the best. You're, like we said, we're putting a lot of eggs in one basket. But still, two picks in favor of the Axolotls, though I imagine we might see some comp changes here from the side of the, from the Kittens, as they want to deal with this Bastion, but we'll see.
Yeah, and the Bastion is kind of unprecedented. It's not really a character you see that often. You kind of see it like once or twice, but I don't see it very much in Gopherwatch League. It's mostly just pulled out for a little bit. But here, the Bastion's putting in serious work, and they have 75% of all charge already. But the ball jumps right on top of the Bastion, see if he can get anything, and he does get the pick, but unfortunately Muffin Lamps does get the res right there, so that's going to be huge for the Axolotls.
Meister slept on point, but it doesn't matter because the Bastion's back up and just holds this really oppressive long line of sight. Long line of sight. Yeah, long angle. That's probably a better word to use.
Indeed.
As Goku, there you go, he swaps to the Hog, he says, you know what, I'm going to take matters into my own hand, I'm going to get a hook off, I'm going to get some of these guys out of position, as Strudel's actually changing positions now.
Yeah, and
playing a really awkward angle.
The crazy thing is, Kittens only have a minute left, but they do have 3 ultimates. They could be able to pull out the Blade here. Are they going to be able to get
Blade?
it? I think
Blade comes out, but Strudels picks up 2. Is it going to matter, especially when he gets brought out? The Shatter comes out from Meatmeister just tucked away as he kills Goku, and I think he might have got Boom as well. The Nanoblade looked promising, but unfortunately, it's not going to be able to get anything done with it.
And now it's just going to be one more basic push left, but the issue is that the Sig and the Bastion both have their ultimates, so those can do a really good job of kind of forcing people off of the payload. They need to be on the payload if they want to push it up here, and we could see a potential Axolotls upset if the Kittens aren't able to do something huge here.
The Gravitic Flux comes out by Gunny, able to pick up and get Goku caught out. Boom is just left alone on point. Just trying to beam him down. He's not quite yet at grab though. And that's going to be a lot of kills in favor.
That is a lot. It's just Flea left, and Flea isn't able to do anything against the Bastion. Overtime does come out. Are they able to get anybody on?
Nope.
And no, they aren't.
Nope, they're not. And that's
take game 3.
Take game 3, and now we are at a 2-1 situation here. And the Kittens, I mean, they put up the fight of their life, and you know what? I might have casters cursed it. I might have caster cursed. When it comes to overtime, things they always change. It is guaranteed.
It
Huge
is
blade from Fruitals here,
guaranteed.
by the way.
Yeah, this was massive, and they almost actually got more time on the clock from this blade, but they unfortunately got stopped there. But that blade's really what let them get some space there. And looking at the scoreboard, lot of high energy kills, a lot of offensive assists.
That's how we
Love
do
to see
it.
that.
For sure, and man, just what a for the Kittens there, that's got to be heart wrenching. I don't if I was on the team and my mental state, I would be like in the lowest like rings of hell right now mentally. This that's such a painful loss there as the veto 2CP question comes out.
And I feel like we all know the answer to the Veto CTP 2CP question. It's always going to be yes. So
We'll
that
see. We'll see. Sometimes teams like to throw it out. Sometimes they're a bit more comfortable on 2CP. I don't know if you enjoy playing Torbjorn. Sometimes you enjoy playing a 2CP map. I'm not trying to call out anyone who might be sitting in the call muted running the prod right now, but
yeah.
they tend to be a pretty big fan of such things.
Fedora HV.
No,
What's up?
no.
Anyways, yeah, people like those, but I'm not seeing anything. I believe that it's gonna be a bio break for both teams while we wait to get the answer for 2CP here. And bio breaks, in the words of Invictus, bio breaks are probably the most important thing to kind of like keep team comp, keep the energy together. And if, like you said, if you're the Kittens, it's kind of went downhill. You started out strong, you lost the second game, and then the third game you have the lead, and then you just lose it even despite having almost 3 times the time. So I think the bio break's gonna be good. You kind of refresh, and hopefully we get the teams at their fullest extent, because that was a long Route 66 map right there.
Indeed, and while the bio break's going on, gotcha.
Score update for other matches. You have the Cantaloupes up 1 over the Ringers. And you also have the Nekos up 1 over the Bandits.
Thank you, Production Fedora, for coming in there with the score updates. And yeah, I mean, like we were talking about at the beginning of the broadcast, those games are just as huge as this game. They all have significance on the standings overall, and yeah, interesting to see. But I think we're gonna keep most of our focus on this game for now, because we have had, in my opinion, 3 very, very different and very, very interesting maps so far.
Yeah, we have, and
I also forgot to unmute on stream. 1 second.
oh,
Oh, wait, did I?
okay.
No, I'm unmuted on stream. Who said ghost voice? You're banned.
Caver
You're banned.
is
Ban him.
officially banned. Banned. I don't make the rules. Actually, I do. I'm a caster now. That's how it works. Anyways.
I do have mod perms. I really wanted to type !ban in the chat, but then I realized that would actually ban him, so I'm probably not going to do that.
You should give me mod perms. I'd do it. Actually, no, I wouldn't. And also, fun little graphic. You can kind of see at the bottom. Shout out to production for this. You can see the scores of the other games that started at 8, and so if you want to just check in with those, it's going to be updated. So great job by production for actually keeping us up to date, not only with this game but the other games as well.
Indeed. Man, I'm just thinking about the Kittens right now because just how painful that last map was. That's you never like to have it go that way. I mean, that's just always a rough way for things to go. And Numbani too. They could have easily won Numbani here. I think if it was a different day, if they if something had went a little bit different on either maps, they could have 3-0. Like this could be their 3-0 series, but instead they're down 2-1 right now, and that's man, it's gotta be tough for them.
And I mean, the other thing was, you gotta also mention that the first map, the control map, was very, very close. It went to basically 99 on the second or third, I should say, matchup map actually there. And it looks like we're getting King's Row here. So a little bit of a switch up because Nimbani didn't work that well for the Kittens. So seems like they're gonna go King's Row, and they're gonna have Flambeau and Boom in on tanks. You got the Flea, Goku DPS, and then the typical EG Page on support.
It'll be interesting to see how KR goes here because we've got Flambeau Jambo put in, so we're gonna be seeing Ryan, but we've also got Yeemaster put in, so we're gonna be seeing Ryan. And I was talking earlier, I think the Ryan v Ryan here is favored into Yeetmeister, and it's kind of tough to put so much pressure on the Reinhardts here. But on a map like Kings Row, it is a very main tank map. It is who is playing the main tank better. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this series goes down.
Yeah, and kind of with the main tank, it kind of is still a team. It is still a team game. Obviously, you do
Yeah,
have
of
the people
course.
behind the main tanks. Main tanks, obviously, we'll see who actually takes the victories when they actually brawl close range. But it's gonna be interesting to see exactly how these fights break down because with that, I'm wondering if like Flea's still gonna say Genji. Flea and Fruto have probably been some of the most dominant Genjis I've ever seen, but Genji on King's Row would be interesting if we do see it here.
Yeah, for
Now
sure.
entering
Um,
King's Row. Initiating
and
match.
uh, you were mentioning the main tank is a bit more than just the main tank, and you know what? I've always remembered something someone told me once. I believe it might have been Marty, but he was like, sometimes people don't want to say it, but a lot of the times in the main tank dominance battles are often won by the off tank and the main support.
Ready for
Those play a really big part, and of course, and the flex support as well. I mean, but it does matter, of course, the rest of your team. So not everything is pushed on the Yeetmeister Flambeau Jambo, but it's still interesting to get a little bit of the man on man,
in 30
a little bit of the hype surrounded
Yeah,
around the duels from the two Ryans.
and it is literally man to man when it comes down to it. When Ryan fights Ryan, they just get in on each other. They charge up, they pin, they go for anything they can. It looks like we're gonna have a mirror of the tanks and the supports, but completely different damages. We'll see if Goku opts to switch off with the Widow early. Strudel doing a little bit of scouting over there, able to maybe figure out that there was a Widow up top, and fight goes out here. We're gonna see if any picks come down early from the Widow. I don't think they do, so
Goku
we're
tries
switch to
for an
Doom.
early pick, and then he goes Doomfist. It's going to be interesting to see as Yeemeister and co are playing on the side of Hotel. Goku goes through Hotel, though, picks up Brittle Dog. I mean, the freeze comes out here from the side of Fruitles, and Strudel's able to pick up Goku, and Flambeau Jambo falls. I didn't think it would be winnable because the Baptista's down, but it doesn't seem to matter. I mean, Brittle Dog died so early that fight, I thought it was already a one game on the side of the Kittens, but no.
Mighty Dwarf putting in massive work there, picking up 2, and now I guess both teams just reset, and we're going to see a lot of that in this first point. Just quick in, out, seeing if we can get picks, seeing if the Kittens can progress far enough to actually gain the point. But for now, Ryan's just holding up the shield, waiting for the Kittens are waiting for the team to regroup, and here they come.
And Goku's going again for this flank through the side of Hotel. He comes, slams down on point. The May once more sets up a wall. Flambeau Jambo's just zoned off from the rest of his team, though the window comes out. Fruitles dies, he gets out the Blizzard, but it doesn't matter. A huge Graviton Surge already by Gunny comes out. It's able to pick up 2, but the point is still going in favor of the South Korea Kittens, though Real Dog thinks he can win it, so he throws out the window. He picks up EJ. Flea gets Flea gets Mighty Dwarf. Goku in the backline. He's trying to get a pick. He does pick up Strudel, even though he was 1 HP. The shields from the Doom passive just carrying him, but nobody's getting the point quite yet.
Meteor Strike comes down
Yeah.
here and doesn't really get anything. Kind of just used to deny some space there, and Goku's gonna reset, and now we have the actually Fruitles gets 1, Fruitles gets 2 there. Fruitles onto Flambeau, and now the Axolotls can kind of push up. They kind of have a pretty good amount of control here. It looks like Doomfist is gonna jump in,
Doomfist
and
goes in,
Doomfist
gets
goes down
nothing,
to
unfortunately.
goes down to Gunny.
Gonna allow the Axolotls here to play arches. They're gonna be playing this very close right here. I mean, with the Goku on the Doomfist, it's kind of, it's tough to play tough or close with how brawly he is, especially with Flea as well on the Reaper. Already at 99%. The Graviton, though, comes out from Boom. The huge slam from Yeetmeister, denying any value off the grab, though. Flambeau Jambo returns one of his own, but it doesn't matter. Flea's in the backline. He gets 2 with the Death Blossom. Gunny invests another grab. Mighty Dwarf picks up 2, but then falls to the Flambeau Jambo empowered Fire Strike. It's just a crazy back and forth battle, but that is Gunny with 2 grabs already, by the way. 2 grabs. That's crazy.
Yeah, but they did have to use a lot of ults. The Axolotls there had to, I believe they used, I think 3 ults. They used the visor, they used the grab, and they used the beat. They have 2 left right now, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to make anything
Window
happen.
invested,
Juicy window
Flambo
being
Jambo
invested.
Smalls. Page's Immortality Field is out. Gunny picks up Page. There's a small EJ on a Lucio that is just kind of jumping around, gonna die there. As the rest of the team probably gonna be able to make it out. Strudel's playing a very aggressive. Oh my goodness, Strudel is he's a little bit of a frog. He's a little bit of a frog guy.
Yeah, and Doom just trying to run away. I think Strudel's actually trying to chase this, and Strudel gets that. No way.
Strudel gets it. Goku unfortunately couldn't get his rotation out quick enough. He wasn't able to get out fast enough. Strudel picks him up there as he was trying to punch away and get out through the high ground. Strudel playing very aggressive, by the way, on the Lucio. Frutals, though, was hiding in the backline. He throws out the Blizzard. Yeetmeister falls, though, to the Goku punch. They cancel each other out. Gunny with his 3rd grab of the game. Boom has one, though. There's a 3-man Meteor Strike. The worst ultimate ability in the game, by the way. Gets 3 just then.
Strudel's still going aggressive here. Strudel doesn't care if it's a 4v1 or a 1v1. He wants to go in, and he wants to do some work. He tries to get some picks. Actually, don't think he's able to find anything. Frutals goes down to Goku, and then now it's going to be kind of a reset. And now we have the grab and the window here for the Kittens, so they can maybe make something happen here on the second part of King's Row.
Yeetmeister walks on the point. He gets a slam down. He kills Flea. The Boom throws out the Graviton Surge, however, but it doesn't matter because Mighty Dwarf is able to just zone him out with the visor. Gunny picks him up. Yeetmeister gets 2. It's very in favor of the Axolotls here, even with Mighty Dwarf falling to a nice pin from Flambo.
Yeah, and the Axolotls do get a lot of control, which means the Kittens have to kind of reset. They kind of need their Rhine in King's Row. You're talking about the main support there, because the main, not the main support, the main tank there. The main tank going down there is absolutely massive, because now they were staggered a little bit, and now he kind of has to reset with his entire team. Finally able to get back with his entire team, and now they can push up, but it was a very, very good hold there by the Axolotls.
Should be noted, Goku no longer on Doomfist. He is on Mei, and I don't think Yeetmeister was expecting it. The wall comes out, the slam comes out from Flambo. Doesn't really get much, but it doesn't matter, because Gunny and Riddle Dog fall. Mighty Dwarf might be able to get a pick, but who cares, because that's 3 dead on the side of the Axolotls. Goku gets another nice wall. Frutals is caught out a little bit. Strudel is dead. It's gotta be a win. That's gonna be the wins you're looking for the side of the South Korea Kittens.
Yep, and they are able to get it in on the 3rd part of King's Row right here. This is where I think it's like all time banks go to die, right? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I believe
I've heard
that is.
before.
I believe that's the common saying indeed. And Goku here on a nice flank on the Mei. Yeetmeister just shoved up into a corner. Doesn't fall though. Doesn't get any value off that window, however, and he actually dies there. Real Dog though is able to trade the tanks by getting a nice kill through his own window.
You talked about the main tank difference, but the main tanks are the ones going down really early in these fights here. So
Indeed.
then it comes down to who makes plays. The grab comes out there, EJ counters with the beat. They're going to have to reset here, and now it's kind of like a very, very choppy fight. Both Ryan dip back in at the same time. Window comes out from the Baptiste right there.
Mighty
Page
Dwarf
activating.
picks up Boom. Hammer comes out though from Yeetmeister, and that's just a big hammer. It's just gonna win. It's just gonna win the fight right off of it. Mighty Dwarf unfortunately throws out the visor. He didn't need the visor there, and they're all down. What are you gonna use with the auto aim? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But now the Kittens are going to have the grab, they're going to have the Blizzard, and they're going to have the Death Blossom on them. Well, the Axolotls really have nothing yet. They can maybe play for a window, but a window's not going to be huge, and it's going to take so long to actually activate. So if the Kittens can get a big push off here, it's going to be absolutely massive for them.
Flea teleported to the back line, and then he got booped. He got booped off by Strudel. That's unlucky there. Boom throws out the Graviton Surge, though. The Blizzard comes out from Goku. Flambo Jambo throws out a slam. I mean, it's going to be a 4K, but who cares? Because you've invested 3 ultimates here, and we're about to have to go into the very end of King's Row. I mean, it's getting them a lot of progress, but it's not looking so good, that ult bank.
Yeah, and I think their Reaper is trying to play a little bit aggressive. Luckily, their Reaper's Flea still has his ultimate, and they are able to get the payload very, very close. It's going to be a window up
Huge
in the left
slam
corner.
from Yeetmeister. Both are off the map. Both tanks off the map again. Mighty Dwarf sitting on point, just pew-pewing at Flea, or sorry, at EJ, and now at Flea. Boom dies to himself. Probably, you know, hitting the right click on the ground. Flambeau Jambo types in chat. Him and Yeetmeister going to Brazil together with some hearts.
Yeah, a fun place to go to. We're gonna see if the Kittens can get one last touch. They do have a few people up here. They need to
Slam
get
from
three
Yeetmeister,
in.
pretty huge. Doesn't matter. I was about to say some other things were happening, and there were some other things happening. Gunny gets a really nice graviton surge there, for instance. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because nobody can touch point.
Yeah, and Axolotls, all they need to do is push it all the way in King's Row. To be fair, the Kittens did get really, really close to finishing, but they weren't actually able to go all the way. So all that the Axolotls need to do is push it down King's Row, not get stopped up at either of the 2 checkpoints, and they'll be set for a win here.
Yeah, it's looking. Unfortunately, in my opinion, I'm kind of finding it in favor of the Axolotls here. They're working on, obviously same time bank. They basically got a full cap Kings, but the attack is, like I said, the attack is different on defense. Defense here, even on King's Row. I was talking earlier. It's not too different on King's Row. It is a little bit different. We're gonna see a little bit of a change as Goku starts now on May instead of Doomfist. Be interesting to see how this plays out.
You typically have like the staple Reinhardt and the staple Baptiste for like every King's Row composition, so you're 100% right. It does stay the same in some ways, but some major changes, and I like the Goku picking Mei here because the Mei walls from Goku there to get from first to second point, or second to third point, I believe, was very massive.
They were. He had some very good plays. Yeah, they're playing here. They're playing in statue with the Mei. That's kind of the position you want to play here. They're going to play on the side. We're actually getting a rotation up through theater here from the side of the Axolotls. They're going to try to take this high ground and shoot down on them a bit. As they're going on a full rotation. Actually, they're going for the full rotation all the way around to the other high ground up here. So we're just seeing another counter rotation come out here from the side of the Kittens. And now point is just in favor of the Axolotls. The wall comes out from Goku, but it doesn't really get much done, actually. It's kind of just a clean wall that everybody's able to avoid. Yeetmeister goes in the back line, gets lamped. He's just kind of going crazy, and that's an easy fight win for the side of the Axolotls. Sorry, I'm getting my team names mixed up because I'm just seeing blue and red. I'm having to remember.
Hey, it's confusing. We got 12 teams in Gopherwatch League. We gotta remember all of them. It's hard for us. You got like 100 players in this league too, so it amazes me that you can even get half the names in these situations. But we're gonna see all these names push onto each other here. I think the Axolotls are gonna get a little bit back, and
nice
wall does come out there from Goku. They're able to get one pick on the Mighty Dwarf right there, and it looks like a big fight's getting out. But Fruitles does get one pick EJ, so it's now gonna be a 5v5.
It's so much worse here to die if you're on the side of the Kittens. And there's Flambeau Jambo down. There's Paige down. There's Goku down. I mean, I'm just reading the kill feed at this point because, that's basically what we got to do here. Flea gets a nice pick on the Fruitles, but he's just going to walk away. And then he dies to Gunny.
And that's what we have to do because the action happens so fast. The Axolotls just got in there, and now they already have their dragon. They did use the window and the hammer there, but at the same time they have so much time to actually push the payload, and all they really need to do is get it up to the second checkpoint here, and they're going to be pretty good for the third checkpoint.
For sure. And we're seeing Flambeau Jambo and Goku get ready. We're seeing Boom trying to build some charge. He has the Graviton Surge ready. Gunny is very close to his own. The grab comes out. It's pretty big. Gunny counter grabs. It gets Paige. It's only a one-person grab dragon. Meanwhile, Goku throws out the Blizzard. It's a pretty big freeze on the side. A huge Shator comes out from Flambeau Jambo. And that's a team win, or a team fight win for Kittens.
Yeah, you hear that team kill in the background right there. EJ might go back and speed his teammates back, but it seems like they're not going to. So they're just going to, actually, no, they might. Maybe. Who knows? But either way.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, hopefully everybody's going to be able to get back in time, as Yeetmeister is already pushing up. Both fire strikes come out,
back, so
seeing what's happening.
We're even on team members. There's no late respawns getting here as the cart's coming around the corner. Wall has been invested super early. It doesn't find the value it was meant to. Window used Goku actually behind. Nobody's looking at him. Goku is just behind shooting. So it doesn't matter, because Frutos gets 2, Maidorf gets 1, Strudel just goes on Flambeau with the rest of his team. It's an easy fight win. I mean, yeah, Goku's just sitting on point. Okay, he's dead now. So what was that for?
And the window and high noon were used there, but unfortunately, Mighty Dwarf kind of uses the visor there to kind of just like diff it, and it's kind of a DPS diff right there. In that moment, the better window ult there from the Axolotls, and now they have 4 minutes, and all they need to do is push it to the end here. It won't go into overtime if it comes down to it. But Hammer,
but EJ has a really nice beat there, and Yeetmeister is actually the only one who falls.
Yep, and they do get 2 picks back onto Brittle and Yeet, so now we kind of see the Kittens push up. You see the Axolotls running with their head behind their heels, or whatever it is the Axolotls have. I'm not sure if they're lizards or what they are, but they are going to have to be pushed back a little bit. Wait for the Reinhardt to reset. Reinhardt finally gets back in, and Axolotls are finally able to push back up.
Yeah, they're just keeping the pressure up. I mean, they lost the team fight, and they said, okay, we're going to keep running at you, though. So they backed up, they got their Ryan, and said, okay, yeah, let's go. The Goku throws out the Blizzard, the Graviton Surge has been used from Boom 1011. The Dragon comes out, though, because Gunny is throwing out one of his own, picks up EJ, who no longer had beat for the Grav. That's Riddle Dog. Oh, breaking a Immortality Field. Sorry. That's Gunny picking up Goku, and Boom was trying to run away there on point, but he just gets beamed down.
Yeah, and now
Window
they have
used
the window
early.
up. They only need to
Flambeau
push it a
Jabo
little
shields
bit
break,
more.
and he dies, and Flea dies, and they win. It's a 3-1 victory on the side of the Athens Axolotls. It was so close for the Kittens on every single map. It was so close. It's such a heart-wrenching loss because that was the game. That feels like it. And you know what? Axolotls are one of the best teams in the league right now, at least in my opinion from what I've seen of them, right? So it'll be very interesting to see what the Kittens can do in further games because their comp is suddenly looking a lot stronger than it has in previous weeks. That's for sure. And, yeah.
Double kill.
Okay.
Alright, so
And,
I believe, yeah, it's time to pick MVP right now. So, I mean, what do you think here, Max?
You know, it's hard to pick an MVP for these guys. There was a lot going on there. But, you know what? Because there was so much happening, because so many people were putting so much work, I think the one person that we consistently saw through all of it was our mystery man. Was our mystery man Gunny. But I don't know about you, War. Or do you feel that's worthy? Do you feel Gunny is a worthy pick?
I feel like Gunny is a worthy pick. He came into the team kind of as a substitute for Frobel, and he really filled his role, so I think it definitely is a worthy pick for Gunny to be the MVP.
I got you. I'm going to type it in chat now. Gunny MVP. I believe Gunny can join us in the call, so we're going to have him just join us in here. Yep. Alrighty. So, Gunny, welcome.
Hey,
welcome, Gunny.
Thank
How
you.
are you doing, man?
Thank you. I'm doing good. How about you, man? It's been a long time since we
doing
last
pretty
spoke.
good. Yeah. Really good game tonight, man. The Kittens really gave it their all. It was looking kind of rough there. What were you thinking? You know, what was your thought process throughout the game, especially on some of those maps like Route 66 where it seemed kind of dire for your team?
A lot of the times I was thinking, damn, if this team had Frobel on it instead of me, they would have been absolutely screwed. They're extremely lucky that I came out today to show up for them. But honestly, got to give my team a lot of credit there. They kept those mentals of steel. Extremely impressive from every single player on my team. There wasn't a single point where we thought this is unwinnable. We always just went in thinking this is winnable. This is our map. Even when poor Yeet had the 240 ping, he thought the entire time it was winnable. Everyone on our team just impressive performances coming out from every single player. The Kittens put up a good fight, but looks like the daddies win today.
And
Nice.
Yeah, and speaking of
go
like,
ahead, War,
oh yeah, speaking of the players on your team there, we're gonna ask the question that we kind of always ask on cast. If you weren't the MVP, and you're definitely deserving MVP, but if it wasn't you, who on your team would you pick to be the MVP?
You know, that's a great question. Really, there were so many stellar performances coming out from everyone. Riddle being so flexible and going onto that off tank when Yeet had that high ping. Yeet coming back after that high ping incident and performing extremely well on the Reinhardt, making some plays. Fruito's getting some great ults out there too with those nano blades and sometimes just dry blades. But I think I got to give it to my man Strudel. Strudel really popped off. His Lucio was kind of absolutely nutty. Extremely impressive performance from him, and he had some critical calls. And I'd also like to point out that his Bastion gameplay on Route 66 was absolutely stellar, completely flawless, and I quite frankly I think he might be the best Bastion in the league.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Gunny. We appreciate you joining us. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to kick you out now because we gotta get on to another game that we're gonna try to get a little bit of cast time.
No. You don't kick Gunny out. Gunny leaves on his own volition. Okay,
Well,
big guy.
Leave
would
now.
you like to leave on your own volition, Mr. Gunny?
Yeah, I'll go.
There he goes off into the distance.
Yeah.
I had the remove from call already just in case we needed it, but I believe we are going to be switching games up here very shortly to this next game, and it will be the Nekos versus the Bandits, and it is right now it is 2-1 in favor of the Nekos.
For sure, and it seems like we're going into Kings Row again. So we're getting back-to-back Kings Row casts. Kings Row just ended. I've been told by the strange voice in my ear. There's something haunting me, I think. Nonetheless, so KR just ended. We're going on to what are we going on to? We're going on the two seat or the
It's
hybrid
the fourth
or
map,
control?
so if they want to do
Escort.
yeah, escort.
So we're
Alright.
going on to escort apparently.
To escort we go.
Cantaloupes are up 2-0 over the Ringers right now. That's your score update.
And the Kanto Cantaloupes are up 2-0 to the Ringers right now as another thing. And as we're getting ready to go into this next map, I don't really know how this series has been going. I don't think you do either, War, as we've not been having like a second monitor up with everything going on.
This random voice in my head told me that the Nekos were up 2-1, but I
Well,
mean
yeah,
that's just
yeah,
a random
of course.
voice in my head. Random voice in my head's very smart, but they don't know everything. You know, they don't know the dynamics. They don't know who's been popping off so far. So I'm just excited to see that. I'm excited to see who are these like clutch players for the team. Like Gunny and Strudel in the previous games, like they kind of put the team in their back a little bit and carried. So I'm excited to see which players are able to pop off on these next maps.
Will be very interesting to see as we get into it eventually. That being said, though, sounds like some good Overwatch has been happening. Obviously, the game we just got back from or we just got done with, is very clean. 3-1 victory. You know, very nice to see on the side of the Axolotls, and the Nikitos Bandits could be seeing a very similar predicament with a 3-1. Or they
And
could see a 2-2, 2-3, 3-2. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting to see for sure.
we probably should preface this with kind of like the significance of this match, right? And we're kind of going into it late, so we kind of have to hit it with like a later significance of it. But right now the Bandits are in 9th and the Nekos are in 7th. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it's top 8 that are going to make playoffs, right?
I am not certain about this, so
Okay.
I trust the bottom 2 teams. So it's bottom 2 or bottom 3, says the voice in my
Yes.
head. So
And 9th would be eliminated if it is bottom 3. So both these teams are kind of borderline, they have kind of like the same record. And if the Bermuda Bandits don't get anything this game, it's going to be very hard for them to kind of make a comeback because they are in 9th overall right now. They do have a worse differential, so they kind of need to get the wins in favor of them rather than the differential now. So even though they're on the back foot right now, there's a lot at stake, and I'm excited to see what they are able to do here.
it is going to be interesting to see what happens here, as apparently maps are going to get picked probably, and it's Route 66. Hey, we just casted that map.
We
Should
got
be interesting to see.
experience.
Hey, we got experience on this map. We did pretty well, if I do say so myself. It's getting kind of late in the night. I don't know how many more maps I can go. I might have to drop out eventually. But I'm gonna
Solo cast. I got you.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep in with the cast here for a bit though, for sure. As we're moving in to Route 66, probably eventually they'll put us in at some point.
I think they will put us in at some point, and
We are, yeah. We're
yeah,
going in. We're going in.
we are. We Route 66. We are in, and I think what we saw from Route 66 in the first games between the Axolotls and the Kittens is kind of irregular. All that extra, both teams like full going through all of Route 66, and then it going to overtime for both teams, and we go through all the rounds, super long. That's pretty atypical here, and I think we're gonna see probably a quicker Route 66 than we saw in that last game. It looks like we do have the team comps here. We do have a Torbjorn play. That's going to be pretty interesting. So I guess we're going to kind of analyze the red team's team comp right here first. They have the Fara Mercy set up for offense, which I think is going to be pretty big because on offense you're really able to peek around this giant mountaintop and use it as cover. And you can kind of just like control a lot of space and push the people off of the building there. So interesting to see that. And then we have the Hog and the Sigma kind of acting as a shield for the supports and the other players. But looks like we're going to start up here, and I believe it's going to be the red team pushing in.
Red team being the Bandits, I do believe. The Bandits pushing in here. Walking up, trying to get a little bit of work done as Whalefish actually gets a nice pick on the Bronx on the Hanzo. That's what you like to see from Whalefish. Just kind of a goated Hanzo player, if I do say so myself. It's already looking good for the side of the Nekos, I think. Yeah. As Sick Buckle also finds Purple Jesus. That's 2 kills in favor of the side of the Nekos. Very nice from them. Kathek dropping down on point, throwing out the shield, trying to cause a little bit of push onto the side of the Bandits, trying to get them out. And it actually works pretty well as Whalefish gets a really nice pick on the Poi, who was just almost around the corner. Gets rezzed up by Bronx, but still, having the 30-second CD down for nothing more than a Hanzo shot is, it's still worth.
Yeah, and
Sonic gets PJ.
there's a lot of picks in favor of the Nekos. I don't know if the Bandits have even gotten a single elimination yet, and they're able to reset, but I think the Nekos are building up so much more ult charge here. They have so much more of a dominant hold on this point, and really not letting them progress.
Oh.
Just when I say that, Purple Jesus with the hook onto
Purple
Kathek,
Jesus gets Kathek
and
right there,
yeah.
indeed. And now we've got a sleepy Sonicronic Hog, who actually gets nanoed so they can get out of the predicament they were in. And the Bandits are still pushing forward. They actually throw out the Sigma ult. Doesn't get anyone. Poi picks up Whalefish. Nort Logic actually punches Sparky in the face, but it doesn't matter as Poi gets 2 kills there. 1 with the barrage. It was actually 3 kills. My bad. 1 with the barrage there. Just a little bit of value to ensure that the point will be 1 out.
Yeah, and even though they're losing the initial fight, they're able to reset, they're able to win as a team, and they didn't really invest too much. They invested a kind of wasted Sig ult, but I think Poi's ultimate there is very well used, and now they're going to push up, but you got to keep in mind that the Nekos have 3 ults, almost 4 on Whalefish there, so they have a lot of firepower here coming into this next fight.
For sure, and I've been informed in chat that my southern drawl has betrayed me. I guess it's Nekos and not Nikos. My bad, I've led everyone astray in my casting. I would like to apologize to everyone as Poi picks up a nice kill on Whalefish and Sparky throws out the visor. He gets 2, he gets Nort Logic and Sipbuckle there as he's still looking for more. He's hungry, he's shooting into Sonicronic. It's a hog, you're not really going to be able to kill it with just using some, little soldier bullets, but it doesn't matter because Poi's in the backline and picks up 2 anyway. So, it's going pretty good for the sides of the Bandits, if I have to be honest.
And Mercy does pick up that res there. Kathek finally does go down, and this is going to have to be another full reset for the Nekos here. And the thing is, they do have 3 ultimates, but they should be using these ultimates sooner, in my opinion. They should be kind of using them to hold, and now at this point in time, they've been holding on for so long. Now the Bandits have 4 ultimates, so they actually have an ult advantage in this fight.
For sure, and Kathek finally throws out that, but it doesn't matter as Poi gets a nice big 3K with the barrage, and he gets 4 on the kill with Kathek, and he finally dies to Sonicronic, who is swapped to the D.Va to try to deal with him a little bit. Sparky, though, gets 2. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think this is a very winnable fight right now for the side of the Nekos. Also,
you'll get it sometime.
Also, Nort Logic leading in chat for damage, or leading in supports for damage, it should be noted, Glacials has 666 damage on the dot. That's a little cursed, while Nortlogic has 808. That's very cursed. That is a very, very cursed damage lineup.
Yeah, very, very cursed damage lineup, and I don't know, in my Gopherwatch experience, I have like 5 damage as support in like hours of support gameplay, so any damage is amazing for me. But all these players looking to get damage in here. It looks like we have the Hanzo using the dragon right there. Gets 2
Huge dragon from Wellfish.
pick up onto Kathik though.
Yeah. Kathek died, he gets res, and he's able to get a kill after coming back from the res, though the Nortlogic's actually going to fall down to Purple Jesus' Hog. Sonic Chronic picks up PJ. You know, it's looking pretty good for the side of the Nekos. They're trying to stabilize it, and they're doing not so bad as the Bandits are kind of having to get on the back foot. That being said, though, no longer. They're able to start walking forward again now. They've got their respawns. Their door is super close to where they are. The Nekos are held up so close, and Kathek is just kind of by himself. Kathek is just kind of sitting in this room. The Sigma ult comes out from the side of Ribro, picks up 2 people in the back line, gets Sigbuckle and the Nortlogic, but Sigbuckle is actually able to improvise or capitalize off of it and get a kill with the newly found high ground.
Yeah, high ground is huge in any game, especially Overwatch right there. And it looks like the Nekos do have a pretty substantial advantage here. They did have to utilize a few ultimates in that fight, but they still have their Ana ult in their back pocket if they need it. So kind of on a pause here until, oh gosh, Purple Jesus right there with a hook onto Whalefish. He takes out one. Poi takes out another one. Both of them kills with their fists right there. So interesting to see how what type of eliminations are going down here.
What a hook coming out from Purple Jesus. He gets the whole hog coming out. He actually gets antied, but he doesn't fall. He picks up Kathek. That's really good for the side of the Bandits, as their push is just gonna be marching ever slowly forward.
And Bandits also have the Dragon Blade. I believe they're going to use it right there. Poi's going to go in. Can he find anything? He's looking. He's going to see if he can get the Diva, but not really able to get anything. I think the Nekos just backed up because they feared that Dragon Blade. So now it's going to be a bunch of ults used. Whalefish throws out the Dragon. Is he able to find any value out of it? Able to do not really that much. Poi gets a pick onto Memoria as this keeps going.
Kathek is in Earth Shatter, but he gets picked up by Ribro and dies on the landing. We didn't catch it, but he was nanoed early in the fight there, and he charged in and he got slept. It was a beautiful sleep coming out from Glacials there, and it's just a point win for the Bandito, or a map win for the Bandito, or not a map win, but a half win for the Banditos.
Bandito's doing a great
Bandits.
job. What's the difference? Is there a big difference?
Their name in the chat is, or their name in game is Banditos, but the Gopherwatch team is the Bandits.
Got it.
You know, my mind is a little scrambled. I'm just thinking of words. I'm putting words in my mouth.
I mean, to be fair, you do have that voice in your head, so I mean that
True.
probably affects you a little bit.
That does affect things when the voice in my head unmutes and the top left of the Discord column starts talking.
I wonder who this voice in your head would be, as we get to see the comps here, and
Probably the government, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I'd agree. Did the voice in your head tell you that?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. We are gonna see a dive comp come out here from the Nekos. I'm starting to say Nekos too. It's Nekos, and we're gonna see the Sig used in defense here.
Yeah, it is Nekos, not Nikos.
Okay, so I was right the first time, wrong the second time.
I've been saying it wrong. This is all types of messed up, man. What they've done to us, what they've done to our poor, addled brains. We cast one game, we had it down perfectly. We had the synergy popping off, and then we come in here, and the game's just going crazy as Whalefish flies up on the Echo here, getting ready to duel the Fire a little bit. He's getting some poke going down onto Ribro, who's able just to back away.
Yeah, I mean, kind of do see both the flying Mercies again with the
Sparky caught out.
Yeah, Sparky did get caught out there, and that's going to be one early pick for the Nekos as they're looking in. Whalefish gets one onto the opposing Mercy, so now the Far is going to be kind of separated. Whalefish will do something big, but he does get picked there by the hook there.
Doesn't matter. Nortlogic has the res, and the cart, by the way, with this huge fight win coming out on the side of the Nekos, the cart's just moving forward.
Dude, I feel like we've lost it at this point. It could be either, and I don't know anymore. But either way, we are going to see a few more picks go down. Poi getting elimination there onto Kathek after Kathek takes out PJ. And kind of even here, kind of just biding their time, waiting for a full reset. It seems like we have this Mercy kind of the duality, because you can pocket the Ashe or you can park it the Far in this situation. The Far, or the Ashe, trying to put in some serious damage in onto the Nekos, but unfortunately not really able to find anything there as the D.Va gets a few.
Huge anti comes up there from Amiro. Doesn't really matter. They were gonna win anyway, but you know what? I like to call it out when I see it. It's a pretty nice anti, as Whalefish, I believe, was limbering up on top of the body of Purple Jesus. You know, he was doing some squats, just making sure that he could stretch his legs. Oh, Kathek was also limbering up. You know, the monkey needs to practice his, you know, he's gotta like do some push-ups and such.
I mean, stretching is very important in these games. Bio breaks are important, but also important is that take there just went down. Sick buckle onto Sparky there. Whalefish gets one onto their team. Bronx getting the res onto Sparky, and Poi goes down to the Echo. So Whalefish is kind of winning these trades here, but unfortunately Echo does go down. We see all the DPSs kind of trade out there completely.
To be mentioned, PJ got a really nice hook on the Nort Logic, and the Nort Logic just didn't die. That was very nice there. As he pulls out the Glock, he flies towards Sparky. He wants the kill so bad. Dare say he's doing a little trolling, but he doesn't quite get it. As the fight's kind of becoming a bit more stable, the Primal Rage is invested by Kathek, though. Going around, throwing out stuff. Sick buckle pops into the visor, gets two. The supports are dead for the side of the Bandits. Poi throws out a barrage. Only gets one kill though, and then he just dies to Sick buckle anyway. So it's like last time. It's just flip-flopping back and forth on who's better at attack.
And this is crazy because we've seen so many good Route 66 attacks. I'm not even used to this at this point. But speaking of good attacks, we have Sonic Chronic there going in, getting the pick onto PJ, as the Nekos are going to start looking to push up, get a little bit of poke damage in. Whalefish kind of leading this charge here as the Echo getting a lot of poke damage, and Echo does have the ult in the back pocket too if they need it. So they can maybe pull that out very, very shortly.
For sure, and Whalefish is looking for these off angles, but he actually falls down to Ribero with the hyperspheres, throwing them out, getting the hits. We've got Purple Jesus walking up as the hog. He's trying to find something, trying to make a play happen. He sees the Kathek on the side. Kathek tries to jump, and he drops the bubble and gets shot by Purple Jesus. The adaptive circuits have been engaged here from the side of Whalefish. He goes into the hog, but he actually dies to Poi, who's able to get him out pretty quick. Sonic Chronic gets caught out in the D.Va mech, and we just got Kathek just kind of sitting up on the high ground as Monkey. He tries to get a little bit more point pressure. Doesn't really matter. He's just kind of farming gold.
Yeah, and farming
Oh,
ult's
he
gonna be really
falls to like
important.
10 HP.
Farming ult's gonna be really important here. I believe that Sig and Nord have their ult for the Nekos, and then PJ has their ult. Speaking of the Nord ult, Mercy ult does come out right there. Sig gets a elimination there onto the Baptiste. Six Buckle and Whalefish just going in, absolutely obliterating the Bandits front line there. I think everybody goes down other than Sparky. Sparky is going to be called out there, unfortunately.
Really good juggle, by the way, from Kathek there. That was a very clean juggle from him.
Looks like their Bandits are going to need to do some type of touch. If they don't touch here, it's going to be a huge
Boy,
advantage.
it's a really nice pick onto Amiro, but then falls down to Sonic Chronic. The Sigma ult comes out, but I think it gets canceled by something. We got Sonic Chronic D.Va. The D.Va is now nanoed, attacking PJ, trying to kill the Ryan any chance he can. Bronx throws out the Valk, but dies. The bomb is thrown, doesn't quite get anyone. The remake comes out on point, doesn't kill anyone. Probably maybe does some damage to some people. It doesn't matter though, as that's 5 kills I see on my side of the screen for the side of the Nekos.
And the Nekos do take it, and with a dominant time advantage right there. But remember, from the previous game, we did see the team that had the time advantage not end up winning. So it's still anybody's game here.
For sure. And it will be very interesting to see what happens here. It's a close game thus far. 258 to 143. That's an extra minute. That's nothing to scoff at for sure, but I don't think it's like the end of the world. We saw it last time where 2 extra minutes didn't get anything done, unfortunately. So again, it is, like you said, anyone's game.
Definitely is anybody's game, and we do get to check out kind of the team comps that they're running here. It seems like we got the dive coming out from the defending team, which is going to be interesting to see, as well as the, I guess, integral part of the team, the Whalefish Nort combo, the pocket onto the Echo. And on the other side, it seems like they're still trying to decide, maybe going a double shield here. They're actually putting Poi onto Bastion? No, Pharah. Okay, they got the Pharah to duel against Whalefish this time.
Real Jesus has been asked in chat. Purple Jesus sometimes his plays on the quote-unquote God Risa can seem like that. Ha ha ha! There's a little bit of a joke coming up from me. I hope everyone in the chat room is laughing at that one as we're getting ready to start up this next half.
Yes, it's going to be a next half because it's going to be a long and grueling fight both ways. We see that the Bandits only have a minute and a half to kind of push the payload as far as they can. They're going to look for any picks that they can find here. They have the Pharah dueling Whalefish, but Whalefish says, no, Pharah, I'm just going to keep winning these.
Whalefish gets 3.
Yeah, but the, Whalefish does get 3 there, but there is going to be a res going off from the Mercy, and now it's kind of looking at the advantage of the Nekos here.
For sure, as the Bandits are trying to push forward, they're trying what they can. It is indeed it's better for the Nekos, but I don't think that really matters now because we're getting a push forward coming out here from the side of the Bandits. Seeing what they can do here. Jump in from Kathek. He's in the back line. He's trying his best to get a support. He jumped on Sparky, but he just runs away. Poi picks up Whalefish, though. It's not good. That's not a good pick to see. So the res comes off. Nort trades for that res. I don't know if I fully agree with it, especially when Whalefish dies just like that. But the Nano comes out and Kathek, with the help of Sonic Chronic, is able to pick up 3, and Poi accidentally hits a wall and kills himself, it seems.
But we do have the Kathek's ultimate and the Soldier ultimate for Sigbuckle here, so there's a lot of power on the side of the Nekos here if they want to try to keep this hold. 11 seconds left to get the touch. You're going to probably see a lot of these ultimates popped out. All the Bandits have is the window, so they're going to look to try to play that here. They might get their barrage in time, and they do maybe get the barrage in time. Will they be able to use it here? Not 100%.
Biotic nades from both teams are invested a really big purple on the side of the Nekos, or from the Nekos onto the Bandits, and that's 3 kills in favor with an Orisa ult thrown down from Purple Jesus, but it doesn't matter because Whalefish had it first. The Supercharger is such a powerful ability, and there you go. It helps them just secure the team fight. And that's going to be really, really hard to lose for the side of the Nekos.
I don't want to be pessimistic, and in the last one we were pessimistic and we kind of cast this curse. So I mean, it's being pessimistic isn't that bad, but this is going to be very, very hard to lose for the Nekos here, in my opinion. You have almost 3 minutes to just get the cart halfway through the first point here. So
and
I mean,
all the way up to this first choke up here under the sign, the little sign area, is like basically guaranteed space. It is near impossible not to get it there. So they're already going to get there before the first fight even starts, and then they've got maybe like 10 meters to push it.
Yeah, so it's really going to come down to, can the Bandits actually hold around this first point? It's a very interesting point, just playing around the mountain, and I'm wondering, are we going to see, no, we actually see Poi decide to switch off the Echo there. So he's going to decide to, switch off the Pharah, my apologies. He's going to decide to go Cassidy instead, and I kind of like that because Whalefish was winning the majority of the trades. And you talked about potentially holding the point back there underneath the bridge. It seems like the Bandits have a completely different strategy. Yeah,
they are not playing gas station. They're putting all their eggs in one basket. They're doing a little sneaky breaky, walking up the point. Though Sparky's just running forward. The loud footsteps of the Reaper are probably going to be heard, as they've been caught out for sure. Everybody knows where they are. It is going to be a very quick and fast, brawly fight that's coming out here as Whalefish gets a very early pick. And the whole thing about these holding close strategies are you can't get picked off. And unfortunately, with Whalefish down, it's just not looking good for the Bandits.
Yeah, and this was a very risky play, so seeing them even
they're still holding. They're still doing very well.
Crazy.
Nobody else has fallen. The cart has not moved. A big anti-nade comes out though onto Bronx. Kathek is able to follow up on it. Sparky in the back line, very close to falling. He's just barely keeping himself alive. Poi picks up Nort Logic, and I mean, it's looking better for the Bandits, but you forget, or don't forget, their spawn is right there. Their spawn is right there. Katek's already back out. Nort Logic's about to be back out. Katek can just jump in and feed as many times as he wants. It's just 10 seconds and he's back in the fight. The visor is used.
Gonna come out, yes. And
From Signal.
he's
Oh,
gonna get
huge
everything. Yes,
slam!
it's few there. But on the other side, we have Sparky and Purple Jesus getting a few eliminations on that backside. Sick gets another one onto Poi, but it is still going pretty even. It looks like the Bandits are doing actually a pretty good job of holding this weird positioning.
If Bandits win this, I would be completely amazed. I mean, the problem is, though, they're about to start getting hit by ults.
Yep.
You know, Nort Logic's about to have ult, Wellfish is about to have ult, Katek's about to have ult, Wellfish throws out the ult, he's got the Ryan, he's going man-on-man against Purple Jesus. Oh, he gets a 360 shatter, I think. Sparky throws out the Death Blossom, but it doesn't matter because you just have a diva in your face, eating all of your damage. We've got Ribro dying on point. Oh, this is so sad. It was such a strong hold from the Bandits, but now they're gonna have to be scrambling to get back. They're gonna get another fight in, almost certainly, unless they get some very horrible staggers. But it's still, you know, it's not looking the best. And Poi's actually getting kind of low. Poi actually dies.
There you go.
Wellfish picks up Purple Jesus as well. The bomb is thrown out as a last-ditch effort. Actually, no, that's from the wrong team.
No,
there you go.
it's
There's the
two
bomb as a
bombs,
last-ditch
yeah.
effort. There you go. Ribro tries for a crunch kill, doesn't find anyone. Sonic Chronic tries for a crunch kill, doesn't find anyone. Nort Logic glocks down Blaze Sales. Sick Buckle picks up. It's one. It's one for the Nekos. I don't need to commentate anymore. That's 3-0, 3-1. I don't know. It is a win
3-1.
for the Nyaauru Nekos.
Yes, and that was a huge win. I almost thought that the Bandits were able to hold it out there, but unfortunately, their cheeky strategy didn't pay off. They weren't able to get back as a team in time, and it didn't go in their favor. But nice little few picks there from Sick Buckle right here as Cassidy. There's three. That's
He's a
cool.
very good aimer.
Yeah, very, very good aimer. And Neko's got all the credit.
All the cards.
Yeah.
Well then, I doubt we'll be getting an MVP for this match because we only got to see one game. You see, Kathekta's already wanting to hit the Valorant comp grind. That was a good game though. It was nice that we could come in and cast the last little bit there, and I figure with that we'll probably be ending off the stream. Yeah. Cantaloupe's game ended 3-0. Yes, so that's all of our games for tonight. Done and dusted, and War, if you want to try to send us out, I guess you can.
Of course. If you want me to do the honors, I will happily do the honors. But I just want to say huge thank you to Max and Fedora for doing all the work to get me in on cast. I mean, you guys do incredible on casting. I can never live up to how amazing you both do. Fedora, this were amazing production, setting up everything in the background. All of it was awesome. We had some amazing action today. It was so exciting to see. We had games that we thought were going to be won by one team, won by a different team, and it was a lot of back and forth. And even though all the games ended with some 3-1s, it was still super, super compelling to see. And huge thank you to the players, the spectators, everybody who came with us on this amazing journey of Week 6. That's going to be Week 6 closed out. We have 1 week left, I believe, and I'm just excited to see what happens in the final week of Gopherwatch League. But for now, I'm going to send us off. See you all later, Gopherwatch League family, and hope you have a great night.